And we're only 4 minutes late. First show of the week, Tuesday night. We are live and we're about to sell you records. Hope you like records. Let's get this shared everywhere. This is going to be a big night. We got a lot of killer stuff. Oh my gosh, I can't even keep up with it. I mean, once again, just one thing after another, right? Everybody's already hopping on. Thank you and welcome. And let's get this shared in all the proper outlets. If you could do the same for me, let me know. We got some very interesting stuff up for auction. Lots of surprises, of course. Let's go ahead and get it shared in a whole lot of records. Let's get it shared in there. And let's get it shared over here. All right, so let's see, copy. And first couple minutes, I'm usually being kind of quiet as I get all this shared in all the proper areas. Let's see. Okay, got it shared in there. Let me see. I got one more place, which is right here. Okay. Chat, restream chat. Nothing's on TV. Yeah, football's over. Football's over. There's nothing else to watch until the Masters in April. So we got a couple solid months of nothing but entertainment here on Facebook. All right. So Tanner's in the back wheeling up tonight's new vintage stuff. It's just me and Tanner tonight. I'm in a hurry to price vintage or new vinyl. We've got probably what we're going to do tonight. I'll announce this in just a second when everybody else gets back on. We're probably going to do like a quick part one and end a lot sooner than in part one a lot earlier than normal, and take a quick break so we can get the list of everything priced. And then when we get everything priced, we can come back and do the rest of part two. But we have a lot of stuff we still got to price right quick that I want to show you tonight. I don't want to put it off till tomorrow because even more of new vinyl comes in tomorrow. And then a ton of new vinyl comes in Thursday and Friday for new releases. So what we're going to do is we're going to start showing tonight's newest new vinyl arrivals. I don't even have all the pre-orders pulled. Pretty much when I run out of stuff to show you, that's when a good time I'll know we'll be needing to take a break. Yes, Dangerous Toys will be put up for auction. It's around $100 start. It's going to be put up for auction. There's going to be a bunch of people bid, and it's going to be sold to the highest bidder. That will be put up for sale in just a second. It'll be done here in part one. But let me go ahead and grab our first crate of new vinyl. So that's what the agenda is. I've got new vinyl to show you and new vintage crates. When I get to the point where I'm like, okay, I don't have any much more to show you, that means I have plenty more to show you, but we got to take a break so me and Tanner can work on it, then come back in like a quick 30 minutes and get that set up. So let me go ahead and grab the first crate of new vinyl. Plus, I need to stall for a couple minutes. Tanner is still on his way up here. And I got a lot of restocks of stuff. I started actually alphabetically on iTunes and my music library and went through the library. I think I got through the letter C and D. So, I mean, I'm talking restocks from all kinds of artists in my musical library. And then I clicked on suggested artist or similar artists to that artist and found a lot of other things. So we've got a total of, let me think here. We've got a total of, I think, 7 crates of new arrivals, including almost 3 entire bins of auctions and stuff that I'm going to show separately. By the time we get done tonight, we'll have 7 crates of new vinyl or more. Long story short, a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. All right, so Here's what you can do to help us before you even buy a record. If you're watching on Facebook, there's a button that says share. Please share. That helps us out so much. We have to, unfortunately, spend a lot of money to advertise here on Facebook. You can advertise for us for free using your page and your platform by hitting the share button. If you hit share, that takes it to everybody in your group or everybody in your Facebook page. That helps us out a whole lot. It's very simple. Don't be afraid. Don't be shy to share. Number two, if you're watching on YouTube, you can hit the thumbs up button. That's the same thing as sharing. In one sense, it kind of helps the analytics saying you like the video. They see that you're interested in buying records. They'll show it to other people who's interested in buying records. So thanks everybody for sharing. First crate of new vinyl. Tanner is still rolling up vintage, so I'm going to take it kind of slow the next probably 180 seconds as he's getting the rest of the crates up here. We'll go through that. We'll show as much as we can until we need a break. We'll price more stuff, and then we'll keep going. We have so much to auction too, so that's the funniest thing Chad has said. Long story short. Long story short. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get started. First two is a restock of Ozzy, Patient Number 9. This is the Todd McFarlane alternate cover, $49.99. It's Ozzy's newest album with the all-star lineup he had play on it, and this is the alternate cover with the Todd McFarlane artwork. That is $49.99. I have two of those available. That's Ozzy, Patient Number 9. Alternate artwork. If you're watching for the first time, I will give you instructions in just a second. It's really easy to buy. You'll see very quickly how to do that. I got a lot of Beatles stuff. I told you I went alphabetically on some of these restocks. The Beatles Rubber Soul, $36.99. That is the stereo remaster, $36.99 for Rubber Soul. The Beatles and Snoop Dogg, The Dog Father. That's actually a 2LP, gold and clear white gold splatter vinyl. Godfather, The Dog Father, Snoop Dogg, $39.99, kind of a spin-off. Hey, everybody's replicated that. I even used it on our t-shirts. The Godfather logo, the Godfather font. $39.99 for Snoop Dogg. These are restocks we've sold out of recently. Been very big sellers for us. And here's something. The other night, we had like 5 copies. Somebody asked for it, and then we sold the rest of what we had. The 50th anniversary edition of Black Sabbath, self-titled. That is $39.99. First sale of the night goes to Frank McCartney, and Frank gets Snoop Dogg, The Dog Father. That's sold to Frank. Black Sabbath, self-titled. I actually got some of these pulled for somebody. I'll have my sheet in 1 second. I hadn't printed that yet, but a couple of these. Ozzy, we had somebody on a waiting list, and we had somebody on the wait list for Black Sabbath. Whoever you are, you know who you are, and I've already got it pulled, but I'll confirm that in just a second. Rage Against the Machine, RATM, Renegades of Funk. Showed this the other night. We sold out. I had to get more, and we had a waiting list. I'll show that in 1 second. But Rage Against the Machine is $31.99, and here is a new release, which we have a ton of pre-orders for. I will need that sheet to show this for sure. Lynch Mob Rebel. I think there's like 17 or 21 pre-orders for this. Lynch Mob Rebel, red marbled vinyl, gatefold. These are $29.99. New release. Street date for this is actually Friday, $29.99. Lynch Mob Rebel, $29.99 for that. Red marbled vinyl, Lynch Mob. There is another Rage Against the Machine. I'm printing out that list right now for Lynch Mob. I got a bunch of them. I actually think I double ordered them, but that's okay because I think I'm going to need a lot of them. Lynch Mob, first one sold to Dan Triaga. The other one sold to Aaron Jolly. Here is that list. Yeah, let me go ahead and read off that list. Chris Wood Sr., Richard Davis, Scott Smith, Greg Hagewood, Woods Felix, Bill Fratsky, Dwayne Sevilla, Kelly Cook, Kevin Crowell, Danny Czar, Kirk Chadster, Brian Clement, Greg Preston, Jamie Butler, Rob Scheffler, Rick Hayes, and J.J. Wilson. David Schroeder, also on a Lynch Mob. I've got a bunch of those. I'm already talking too fast. Let me get my speech down. Other than that, I was like flawless. I don't think I made a mistake. I'm in a panic mode because I have so much to do before even the show started. We got 7 crates of vintage, which 3 entire crates I plan on auctioning, 4 crates that I really haven't gone through yet, and we have like half of our new vinyl price. That's why we may have to take a break sooner than later, get some of that priced, and then come back if you missed that announcement. All right, David Schroeder also got a lynch mob. Here is the new Naughty by Nature. I didn't read off that list. I didn't print off that list, but I can go pull it up if I need to. We had about 9 people pre-order this. Naughty by Nature, 30th anniversary, 2LP, orange vinyl. New release for Friday as well. Naughty by Nature, that's called 1993, $36.99. I only have 3 of those left because after I ordered it, compared to the initial pre-order, more and more people claimed them, and I had I was going to have where I had 5 or 7 additionals. Now I have 3. That's Naughty by Nature, $36.99. 30th anniversary, orange vinyl. Got a big restock. I've got to keep Abbey Road in the store. I realized we had 0 copies on the shelf. I was like, what in the world? Abbey Road Anniversary Edition, which isn't a bad thing to have. If you have an OG copy and it's in good condition, consider yourself lucky, especially a true 1969 or 1970 pressed Abbey Road. Those are so hard to find in mint condition, near mint condition, even EX+. I think that's why we sell so many of the remasters. $36.99 Abbey Road. The X-Files. I've got 2 more of these to sell. The waiting list for the X-Files was Corey Wade and Paul Brothers. Corey Wade and Paul Brothers on the X-Files. Those are $29.99 on the X-Files. $29.99. Music from the X-Files. It says limited edition. Glow-in-the-dark vinyl. And that's true. I've been ordering these for a few years now. Once they're gone, they're hard to get for about 8 months, and then we don't see them again for a long time. Paul Brothers wants Abbey Road. There's a lot of Beatles restocks in here tonight. We've already showed Rubber Soul. There's Abbey Road. I've got 4 more of those left. Man, I hope everybody has a copy. Any kind of copy. Make sure you have it. Make sure you have it. Brent Rabley also wants an X-Files. And Chris Cornell, No One Sings Like You Anymore, $36.99. Somebody asked earlier if there's any surprise restocks tonight. Yes, I don't know if we have them all priced yet, but definitely. And I saw something that shipped today. I've posted a couple. Eric Church, the Funkadelic. There's some stuff already posted in the group. Make sure you're in the group and you've already claimed those. I sold a lot more Funkadelics than I anticipated through that post. I went ahead and ordered like 20 more. So make sure you're in on that. That's not a cheap record when it goes back out of stock. Dwayne Sevilla wants the Chris Cornell. Rubber Soul was $36.99. Drive My Car. I'm Looking Through You. If I Needed Someone. That's one of my favorites. Steve Howe also takes an X-File. Steve Howe on X-File. Art Blakey, Moanin'. $26.99 for Art Blakey, Moanin'. And Blue Oyster Cult, Agents of Fortune. This is the music on vinyl. $49.99. Been selling those a lot lately. Don't Fear the Reaper. Trey Mendenhall says he'll take Rubber Soul. Excellent decision. I've got another one of those in our Beatles rack if anybody else wants one. Chris Stapleton, Starting Over. Chris Stapleton, Starting Over, $42.99. That's his newest album. That's a 2LP, $42.99. Rob Scheffler on Agents of Fortune. Blue Oyster Cult. Steve Botsford on Art Blakey. I'm not huge into jazz. I have Miles Davis in my collection when I found... I haven't added any in a long time because it's been since I've been here on Facebook. I do have some really hard to get jazz records in my collection, maybe like a dozen. 6i, Blue, Miles Davis, Kind of Blue, John Coltrane, man, I can't remember the name of it. That tells you how much I know about jazz. I'm looking for an original of this. I really like this one. Probably all the jazz albums I've listened to. Very good, especially if you like drumming. Very good. Art Blakey, sell that to Steve Botsford. Chris Stapleton sold to Brent Rabley and Joe Gabriel. Both Chris Stapleton sold, Brent Rabley and Joe Gabriel. I'm already going to have to order a lot more tonight. Yes. Yeah, I got to find me an OG Blakey. Those are kind of tough to find in good condition. But yeah, I'm not really a jazz fan, but I collect, if I find a mint OG pressing of something, Alice Coltrane, Pharoah Sanders, I've got some stuff like that stashed away, but it's been a long time since I've added a jazz record in my collection, except for that exact pressing. I kept a new copy of that. The Beatles Revolver, $36.99. The Beatles Revolver, $36.99. My collection is very heavy in 60s and early 70s rock. That is what mine is very heavy in. Mint. I like mint in shrink wrap. Late 60s, early 70s rock. You name it. Crosby, Stills, and Nash, like this album. Deja Vu, $31.99. Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young, Deja Vu, remaster, $31.99. So we have Abbey Road. Here's maybe one of their other best. I mean, they're all great, but Revolver, $36.99. Deja Vu is $31.99. I got one copy of Let It Be for $36.99. So if you decide you want any of these copies of the Beatle albums, comment exactly which one you want, since there's several in here. John Ambrosic on CSN. I think it's time to go ahead and get some of our first auctions rolling. Let me find that crate right over here. I've got some killer stuff y'all have not seen. There's only, like I said in the post, there's only 16. There is only 16 hot pictures, and we've got what? How many crates? Oh my gosh, I don't even know. Well, vintage stuff, 17 here, but we got some killer auctions. Let me go ahead and get some rolling. I'm talking, you know, metal, punk, country, new wave, stuff like Guy Clark, Dwight Yoakam, Tears for Fears, mint condition copies of Pink Floyd, Ace Frehley, King Diamond, Warlock, Accept. What all else is in here? Ace Frehley, AC/DC, Talking Heads, Psychedelic Furs, U2, Mudhoney, Rush. You name it. You name it. All right. Paul Brothers also wants a copy of Revolver. Let's see. CSN and Revolver. And let's go ahead and start our first two auctions. First is Dwight Yoakam, Buenas Noches from a Lonely Room. This is a $35 start. I think most of this stuff is probably going to be from that Dallas collection. John's really been going through those crates. This is a near mint minus pressing, $35 start. There's the inner sleeve, near mint minus vinyl. $35 start on that. Dwight Yoakam, Buenas Noches from a Lonely Room. And we have Rush Archives. Very cool. This is an 80s pressing. So an 80s pressing, you know, this originally came out in, see if I can get the exact year this came out, maybe like 78. Then they reissued again in the 80s. As you can see, probably a VG or VG minus cover. It's got some staining on it. The vinyl is really nice though. Near mint minus, EX plus. We've cleaned all three discs. Not the best jacket, but if you're not familiar with Rush Archives, this is the first three Rush albums. If I can get them back in these jackets. The first three Rush albums were issued in one package, which is Self-Titled, Fly By Night, and Caress of Steel. This is a $40 start. Not a bad deal because finding OG copies of these very clean individually right now in 2023, not an easy task. That's up for auction. VG minus cover because of the staining and wear. All the discs are really clean. We've cleaned them, of course. We clean everything we put out. We hand clean or ultrasonically clean every single used LP we put out for sale. We guarantee it. And we guarantee the condition we're telling you in or your money back. I think y'all already know that by now. Rush is a $40 start. Dwight Yoakam's up for bid. And did I miss any claims before I move on? Just some requests for auctions. I will get to those accordingly. Cream, Disraeli Gears, $39.99. This is a UK version. Awesome cover artwork on this. Talk about a remastered artwork. That's beautiful. $39.99. That's Cream Disraeli Gears, Eric Clapton. The Archies is on a really cool pink, black, and white splatter vinyl. That is the Archies, as in Sugar Sugar and Bang Shangalang. $33.99 for the Archies. I've sold a ton of those. Carole King Tapestry. This was out of stock in our bin. $29.99. As you can see, I'm going through heavily the ABCs, restocks. I'm going to do the rest of the alphabet tonight. If that all comes in at once, it's going to be a huge order. Bush, live in Tampa. The picture showed red vinyl, but it says limited edition blue vinyl, so I really don't know what's going on here. We have some spam on Facebook if we can take care of that. Bush is $31.99. That's Bush, live in Tampa, $31.99. Bush, live in Tampa. Whipped Cream and Other Delights, the 50th anniversary reissue of Herb Alpert's iconic album. That is $26.99 for Whipped Cream and Other Delights. And The Beatles for Sale is the other Beatles album in this crate, and that is $36.99. Okay, let's see. Dwight Yoakam was $45. Rush, $41, $45, $50, $52. Let's see. Thank you, Paul Bill, for the review. Jacob Smith wanted cream, Disraeli Gears. Josh Huddleston's at 55 on Rush Archives. John Sheehan first to Bush. And Craig's also out on Rush. Any more Chris Cornell? No. Chris Cornell, No One Sings Like You Anymore. If you want a copy of that, let me know if you want on the waiting list. Dwight Yoakam. Where are you, Dwight Yoakam? This is at... let's see. I think Kevin Hughes has that for 45. Let me get up to my bid. So Kevin Hughes has that for 45. This is a near mint minus copy of Dwight Yoakam, Buenos Noches from a Lonely Room. Has an inner sleeve. Very nice copy. That's at $45. And we have Rush Archives. High bid on that is $55. VG minus cover. Vinyl is EX Plus, the near mint minus. That is at $55. That's going once, going twice. Jody Ruffner's at 46 on Dwight Yoakam. The Chris Cornell is No One Sings Like You Anymore. No One Sings Like You Anymore. All right, that was our first crate of new vinyl. Let me go through that one more time. We have Ozzy, Patient Number 9, the Todd McFarlane alternate cover. That is $49.99. Ozzy Osbourne, Patient Number 9, Todd McFarlane alternate cover. New kind of alternate version of that. $49.99. Snoop Dogg, once again, the last copy of The Dogfather. That is on gold with clear white gold splatter vinyl. $39.99. Black Sabbath, 50th anniversary of that. $39.99. That's Black Sabbath remastered. $39.99. Woods Felix on Ozzy, Patient Number 9. Sherry Darnell on Snoop Dogg and Heather Perry. I've ran out once again. If you're okay with a waiting list, I will put you on there. Black Sabbath, there was some on a waiting list for this. I have it right here. Yes, Brett Mowlin. And Dwayne Sevilla, you were on the waiting list for Snoop Dogg. So those two people, I already have you down for that. Rush Archives, if you missed that, $55, final call. This is the first 3 Rush albums in one package, which is Rush self-titled, Fly By Night, and Caress of Steel. That is at $55. Dwight Yoakam is at 50 with Kevin Hughes. Jody says he's out, so Dwight Yoakam's at $50. Got another restock of Rage Against the Machine, Renegades of Funk. $31.99 for Rage Against the Machine, Renegades of Funk. $31.99 for that. I've got 4 more copies. Jeffrey Dunovit, you were the person on the waiting list for that. So Jeffrey, I've already got one pulled for you. We're going to pull one right now for Heather Perry. And next record is the Lynch Mob Rebel, which we had a huge pre-order for. That is red marbled vinyl, Lynch Mob Rebel. I've still got a bunch of them. There's the list. I've already read that once. If anybody wants confirmation, let me know. That is $29.99 for Lynch Mob Rebel. And Naughty by Nature, 30th anniversary 2LP orange vinyl, $36.99 on that. Naughty by Nature, $36.99. Abbey Road is $36.99. That is the anniversary edition, Giles Martin, $36.99. Chris Cornell was, I don't know how much it was, but we sold out. That's a wait list. I'm pretty sure that's $36. And the Beatles Revolver. Last copy of that. I think I have another one in the crate, though, $36.99. I'm pretty sure Chris Cornell was $33 or $34.99, Gary, ballpark. Woods Felix on the Lynch Mob Rebel. And Archie's is splatter vinyl. Yes, I'm about to show that in just a second. Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young, Deja Vu, that is $31.99. And Let It Be is $36.99. The Archie's pink, black, and white splatter vinyl, that is $33.99, Terrell. Yes, pink, black, and white splatter vinyl. The Archie's, $33.99 on that. Carole King Tapestry is $29.99. And Herb Albert, Whipped Cream and Other Lights, $26.99. And the Beatles for Sale, $36.99. Brent McKinney on Crosby, Stills, and Nash. Terrell Boatnight says he'll take the Archies. And I'm going to go ahead and sell our first 2 auctions. First, what is Dwight at? Dwight Yoakam is at $50 with Kevin Hughes. 30 seconds since you asked. Or you can go ahead and say, I'm out. That way I can go ahead and sell it to Kevin. $50 on that. And then Rush Archives was at $55 as well. Final call on that. I think I've already said that. I'm going to go ahead and pull Kevin Kubina's Whipped Cream. As soon as Eli says he's in or out on Dwight, I'm going to come back and end those first two auctions. Let me put up a crate of new vintage arrivals I have right over here. Let me see if this is the one I wanted to go through first. Oh, man. These are overwhelming. They truly are. They truly are. Frank says, go ahead and give my Snoop Dogg to Heather Perry. All right, so he's going to pass on the Snoop Dogg he claimed, give that to Heather Perry. All right, Dwight Yoakam got a bid for $52. This is sold to Josh for $55. And we have our first crate of vintage arrivals. Let me go ahead and pull some of our next auctions. Our next auctions are going to come out of this crate right here. Let's go ahead, since I've spoke of it, I guess I need to go ahead and show it. This is a 1991 picture disc of Mudhoney. 1991 picture disc of Mudhoney, and this is called Every Good Boy Deserves Fudge. 1991. This is a $65 start. 1991 limited edition picture disc from Sub Pop Mudhoney. 1991, $65 start on that. Kevin Hughes is backing on Dwight at $55. The Who, a quick one and sellout. This is a 2-in-1 package, $34.99. This is the quick one, also known as Happy Jack, and the Who sellout. This is a 2-in-1 packaging from them, and it's near mint, $34.99. $34.99. Hank Williams Jr. live at Cobo Hall, Detroit. $24.99. Hank Williams Jr. live at Cobo Hall, $24.99. Junior Wells, Southside Blues Jam, that is $24.99. Junior Wells, Southside Blues Jam, $24.99 on that. And Blind Willie Johnson, $24.99. Blind Willie Johnson. Bruce Springsteen, Piece de Residency. This looks like a French unofficial box set. I believe that's what it is. $74.99, Bruce Springsteen. You can read French. There you go. It's a triple LP unofficial box set from Bruce Springsteen. $74.99. The Boomtown Rats, V Deep, or maybe 5 Deep. That is $19.99. And we have Dead Silence Stress. Dead Silence Stress, Unclean Records, $34.99. Michael Nath, first on the Blind Willie Johnson. That's sold to Blind Willie Johnson, sold to Michael Nath. Colin Butler on Resistance. Colin Butler on Resistance. That was, where was that? I just remember reading that. Oh, maybe this right here. The Bruce Springsteen box set for Colin Butler. Is that right? Yes. And Roger Ramjet, first on the Who 2-in-1. Roger Ramjet got the Who, and he said, no, just say it. Okay, so never mind on that. That's going back in here. So the only 2 claims out of there was Blind Willie Johnson and the Who, and that was the Michael Nath and Roger Ramjet. You got to be careful in the comments or I end up selling you something. Let's see here. Dwight Yoakam, Kevin Hughes. Let's see. Kevin Hughes was 55. Eli's at 56. No one has really said out. So Eli Tomlinson's at $56 on that. That's going once, going twice to Eli. Still looking for a $65 start on the Mudhoney. Huntington Darlington, or Huntington's Darlington, split, $29.99. Preston 2000, $29.99. And Merle Haggard, Going Where the Lonely Go, $14.99. Merle Haggard, Going Where the Lonely Go, $14.99. Buddy Guy and Junior Wells is $34.99. Buddy Guy and Junior Wells with Bill Wyman, $34.99. Joe Turner, Flip Flop and Fly with Count Basie. That is sealed from 1989, $27.99. And Pure Cotton, the James Cotton Band on Verve Forecast, $34.99. Verve Forecast label, Pure Cotton, James Cotton Band. Kevin Hughes is back in on Dwight Yoakam at 60. Michelle Phillips first to Merle Haggard. Kevin Hughes was second. Looks like Eli is out on Dwight. And I'm going to go ahead and say, if anybody wants the Mudhoney picture disc, you can buy it now for $65. $65 buy it now on the Mudhoney picture disc. That is now a first come, first serve. 1991. You can buy that now. Let me get it back in its sleeve. It's in a sleeve, but I'm putting it in another sleeve. That's a $65 buy it now. Kevin's out on Dwight Yoakam. And high bid on that now is $56 to Eli. Actually, he said out. Kevin Hughes is at 60. Kevin Hughes is at 60. Final call on that. Let me wrap that up, and then I'll put up 2 new auctions. I'm going to go grab all the stuff and auction that was on Facebook first. The Jacksons is $24.99. The Jacksons $24.99. Michael Jackson, Black or White, his 12-inch single from 1991, $27.99. Black or White, 1991 from the Dangerous album. That's a 12-inch single, $27.99. And Walt Disney's Merriest Songs, $19.99 for Walt Disney's Merriest Songs, $19.99. What do we have here? Cold Cut, Let Us Play, Let Us Play maybe. Ninja Tune, I'm not for sure. It's $27.99. Cold Cut, Let Us Play, Ninja Tune, $27.99. Tracy Miller, Disney, any Japanese tonight? Yes, it could be shown somewhere between now and midnight though. I have no idea when. Joe Jackson, Night and Day, $19.99 for Joe Jackson. And Streetwalkers Live, 1977 UK, $24.99. Streetwalkers. Vertigo label, UK, $27.99. Preston and Colin on Cold Cut. Preston was first. Let's go ahead and sell Dwight Yoakam to Kevin Hughes for $60. And one more before I go grab that auction crate. Michael Jackson, Farewell, My Summer Love, $24.99. Brian C. wants Joey. I believe that's Joe Jackson. And Greg wanted JJ. That was also Joe Jackson. Brian C. was first. Let me go get tonight's auction records. Like I said, we've got a lot of new vinyl. What I'm going to do is show as much as I can until we need to pause to price new stuff. So we may take a break sooner than we normally do or earlier than we normally do. Or we may end up making all this last until 9 o'clock. I really don't know. But there's quite a bit of stuff here. So let me get this where I can flip through it. All right, I'm going to go ahead and sell this so we can go ahead and tell everybody it's already sold. I think y'all probably know what that is. And we'll go ahead and run the other Dwight Yoakam. Dangerous Toys. This is a 1989. 1989 looks like a USOG to me. I don't know. I've never handled this album, probably till right now. 1989 Dangerous Toys. Original inner sleeve. We have no condition notes on it. It looks like a near mint minus record. Really nice cover too. Has a hype sticker on the back with some information. I don't know if that was originally on shrink wrap or if they put it on the back cover. 1989 US Dangerous Toys. I don't know how many times people's asked for this. I don't think it's ever been repressed. If it has, it hadn't been in print in a long time. That's a $95 start. Dangerous Toys. $95 start on that. Then we have another Dwight Yoakam. This might wipe out the Dwight selection for tonight. Original inner sleeve. Near mint minus copy in shrink wrap. I'm going to call this one a top copy. Near mint in shrink wrap. Inner sleeve. Near mint. $35 start on that. Carlene was first to Michael Jackson. Randy's in on Dangerous Toys at 95, looking for a $35 start on Dwight. This is sealed, $99.99. Of course, it's sealed. It's hard to really narrow down exactly what pressing it is, but this is Alice Cooper Easy Action. Alice Cooper Easy Action. It's probably a mid to late 70s pressing because I think the OGs was gatefolds, but I'm not really for sure. This is $99.99. It's a beautiful sealed copy of Alice Cooper Easy Action, probably pressed sometime in the mid-70s because I think the OG was gatefold. That's just me without doing any research on it. $99.99. Star Wars, the original motion picture soundtrack, $34.99. No bonus or extra items in this, just 2 nice LPs. Very nice vinyl, $34.99. Star Wars original motion picture soundtrack. That's volume 4. Let me cover her up. Blind Faith is a 1979 Japanese pressing. Looks like it was an import from Audio Source at one time. $49.99. Blind Faith, $49.99. That's a 1979 Japanese pressing. And The Pretenders Extended Play, $19.99. Pretenders Extended Play. All right, Dwight Yoakam is, let's see, Dangerous Toys, 95. Dwight Yoakam, 35. Dangerous Toys, 100. Dangerous Toys, 100. Dangerous Toys, 105. Dangerous Toys, 115. Dangerous Toys, 120. Michael Nath, first to Blind Faith. Dangerous Toys, 125. Alice Cooper is sealed. This is a sealed copy. It has never been opened. There's also no saw marks, no punch marks. Sealed copy of Easy Action, $99.99. Johnny Cash, Strawberry Cake, recorded live at the Palladium, London, England. I don't think I've ever had that one. $19.99. Star Wars is $34.99. Michael. Paul McCartney, $29.99. This is a kind of an interesting label. It's a black 80s capital label on that one, $29.99. And Antonio Carlos Jobim, Stone Flower from 1970, $79.99. Stone Flower, CTI, beautiful copy, $79.99. Dangerous Toys is at $140. We only have one bidder right now on Dwight Yoakam, and that is at $35 for Hillbilly Deluxe, top copy and shrink wrap. Final warning, $35 is the high bid on that. Lost in Sound, Yusef Lateef. Excuse me. $24.99 for Lost in Sound, Yusef Lateef, Charlie Parker Records. This has got a mix of all kinds of genres in it. John Cage, Variations 4, Volume 2, $29.99. And Welcome to the Ponderosa, Lauren Green, a.k.a. Ben Cartwright, $24.99. RCA, very clean copy. Jody Ruffner's in on Dwight at $40. Just so you know, we got two records up for auction right now that are not in print. Dwight Yoakam is not in print. I don't know the last time this record's been pressed. For some reason, it's not in production. It really needs to be, though. A lot of his stuff, all of his stuff needs to be. High bid on that. This is a near mint original copy, of course. 40, now 42. Dangerous Toys is another record that is out of print. I don't know if it was ever repressed either. This is a really nice copy, too. Hype sticker on the back, not a check condition record. Ryan Anderson, first to John Cage. Ryan Anderson, first to John Cage. Dangerous Toys, $150. How much on LG? Lauren Green was $24.99. Dwight Yoakam's now at $45, and Dangerous Toys is at $151. Carly, coming around again. Carly Simon, $12.99. Carly Simon coming around again. Lionel Richie, the Composer Series. Great love songs with the Commodores and Dinah Ross. This is a compilation of Commodores, Dinah Ross music, $14.99. And Squeeze, Cool for Cats. Squeeze is a white label promo, $24.99. David Schroeder says, take it. That was for Lauren Green. Next was Chris Ferrara on Yusef Lateef. Yusef Lateef, that's sold to Chris Ferrara, and Troy Robinson on the Lionel Richie. Dangerous Toys is at $156, and Dwight Yoakam's at $50. Johnny Cash, Ballad of a Teenage Queen, Hallmark Records, $14.99. And the Beatles Supertracks, looks like a Beatles bootleg, $49.99. We had a lot of new page followers today from the ad that I posted last night for tonight's sale, advertising these records. If you're watching for the first time, it's very easy to buy. We got two things going on right now. We got two auctions, and we have a buy it now bin. If you want to bid, you can bid just like Michael Ling just did, and Woods Felix and Jody and everybody else that's bid tonight. You do that in the comments. There's no timer. We'll give everybody plenty of time, and then we'll sell whatever's back there. This is a buy it now crate. It's first come, first serve. Everything's priced. It's a first come, first serve basis. That's how we do that. All right, Dangerous Toys is at $166. Dwight Yoakam's at $50. I've had two people say out, so Jody Ruffner has that for $50. Final call. Let's go through this crate one more time. Hank Williams Jr. live at Cobo Hall, Detroit, $24.99. Junior Wells, Southside Blues Jam, Junior Wells, $24.99. The Boomtown Rats, 5 Deep or V Deep, however that one's read, $19.99. Dead Silence, Stress, obviously some kind of punk hardcore record, $34.99. We had the Bruce Springsteen 3 LP unofficial box set live show, $74.99. Chris Ferrara first on Junior Wells, and Mike Massey first on Dead Silence. Dangerous Toys is now at $171, and final call on Dwight Yoakam. Huntington's Darlington Split, $29.99. Huntington's Darlington. Buddy Guy and Junior Wells with Bill Wyman. Pine Top Perkins, Terry Taylor and Dallas Taylor. Drinking TNT, Smoking Dynamite. Wow. $34.99, Buddy Guy, Junior Wells. And then Joe Turner with Count Basie. That's a sealed copy from 1989, $27.99. Paul Beal on HD, Huntington's Darlington. That's sold to Paul Beal. Kevin Kubina is going to go ahead and take the Bruce Springsteen box set. They are still having a battle over the Dangerous Toys. There is a 2LP 2013. So that record has not been in print in a decade. And there's a lot of demand for it. That's why it needs to be in print again. Or you can just hunt the OGs for endless days, like probably so many of y'all have done. Pure Cotton, the James Cotton Blues Band, $34.99. James Cotton Blues Band, $34.99. And the Jacksons, $24.99. The other night, someone's like, that album was repressed in 2011, and I was like, man, that was 12 years ago. That's a long time, especially that's before even the vinyl boom of 2019 and 2020. Michael Jackson, Black or White, 12-inch single, $27.99. That's a 1991 limited edition pressing. Streetwalkers, live, 1977 UK, $24.99. And Star Wars, that's the original motion picture soundtrack, $34.99. Let's go ahead and sell Jody Ruffner, the Dwight Yoakam, for $50. That's sold to Jody Ruffner. And let's see here. Troy Robinson wants the Michael Jackson 12-inch single. Price again on the Junior and Bill condition. Or Charlie Price is $34.99. Buddy Guys, Junior Wells, Bill Wyman, Dallas Taylor, Blind Pig Records, Near Mint, $34.99. High bid on Dangerous Toys is $190. The Pretenders extended play, $19.99. And then the sealed Alice Cooper Easy Action. Now, I don't know if it's a first pressing. I think the first pressings were gatefolds. This doesn't appear to be. John put 1970 question mark. I'm pretty sure this was a gatefold. If not, that could be the OG press. Really don't remember on that one. $99.99, Alice Cooper. Johnny Cash, Strawberry Cake. Got a couple of obscure Cash titles. $19.99 on that one. Paul McCartney. McCartney is $29.99. And Antonio Carlos Jobin, Stoneflower, 1970, $79. They were gatefold. So this is probably a mid to late 70s reissue of this album. Thank you, Joel, $99.99. I wasn't 100% sure on that one. Dangerous Toys, $190, $191. Chris Ferrara wants the Buddy. We'll make sure Charlie DeFrank doesn't want it. If Charlie DeFrank passes, we will sell that to you, Chris Ferrara. Dangerous Toys, $196. Star Wars was $34.99. Someone offered $30 for it. Everything's sticker price right now. Michael McDowell, I think that's who offered $30. We'll revisit that later. Right now, everything is sticker price. Carly Simon coming around again is $12.99. Squeeze, Cool for Cats is a white label promo, $24.99. Johnny Cash, Ballad of a Teenage Queen. Those are like compilations, or that's a compilation, $14.99. And then one of the mini Beatles boots, that is $49.99. Dan Rice wants Star Wars. That's sold to Dan Rice. So is Jeff Johnson. Charlie DeFrank says he's going to pass on that record, so that's sold to Chris Ferrara. Next was Cindy Jones. This is $79.99. Antonio Carlos Jobin. All right, I think we've hit the end of the road for Dangerous Toys. Last bid was Michael Ling, $196. 1989 OG, original inner sleeve. Super nice copy. $196 on that. Going once, going twice. I'm going to go grab our next crate of new vinyl. If you missed the announcement when I first went live, I said we may take a premature break tonight to get some more new vinyl priced so we can go through pre-orders, let you know what's arrived, because there's going to be a ton of stuff come in this week that just new vinyl that we've got to keep on a steady flow, and lots of pre-orders and restocks. I've been posting stuff already in the group like surprise restocks. So here we go. I'm going to go ahead and go through this next crate. Final call on the Dangerous Toys, $196. I'll go ahead and get our next two auctions on cue. I'm going to run through everything that was in the Facebook post first. That's like Wasp and Exodus and Death Angel and Led Zeppelin and Paul McCartney and all the Kiss albums. Plus there's more Kiss albums you haven't seen. First record in here is Aretha Franklin's Greatest Hits. And I like this set list. There's a lot of Aretha Franklin compilations out there. Be sure you look at the track list, because some of them's her later work, which is okay. But this has got the good stuff on it, like Respect and Chain of Fools and Say a Little Prayer And I Never Loved a Man the Way I Love You, $29.99 for Aretha Franklin. All right, Dangerous Toys is sold to Michael Ling for $196. Thank you, Michael. Aretha Franklin's Greatest Hits is $29.99. And we have a limited edition import copy of the Allman Brothers Idle Wide South, 1,000 made, $38.99 for Allman Brothers Idle Wide South. We have a request for Kiss and Wasp. All right, I'll run them. First thing we have here is Wasp, The Last Command, gold stamp promo, really clean copy. These are all records from that Dallas collection. There's the inner sleeve. Does have some tape down here along the bottom. Other than that, very clean copy. This is a $65 start. Wasp, The Last Command. There's the inner sleeve in vinyl. There's the really nice jacket with the gold stamp promo, and that is a $65 start. Kiss, Dress to Kill, is a 1975, pretty sure that's the release year. Yeah, 1975 PRC press. 1975 PRC press makes this an original press. There's the Casablanca label. This is also a, let's see what we had here on my notes. This is also, no, Wasp was 65. This is a $55 start. Kiss, Dress to Kill. About a VG Plus cover with a sticker residue and light ring wear. Nice copy though. 55 on Kiss. Wasp is at 65 of Randy. First one to the Allman Brothers is Jason Kenton, Kevin Dokesy, and Jerry Stone. If it's okay, I'll put you on a waiting list. I'll have those in this week. If you are okay with a waiting list, that's the Allman Brothers Idle Wide South. Ross is in on Kiss at 55. We have a restock of Madonna, the Immaculate Collection. Madonna is $44.99. This is a 2LP, her greatest hits. Vogue, Like a Prayer, Material Girl, Holiday, $44.99. That's Madonna, the Immaculate Collection, $44.99. Kiss is at 60 and Wasp is at 65. Both of those auctions now have bids. We have a restock of Robert Plant and Alison Krauss's second album, Raise the Roof. Greg Rogers, I've already got one pulled for you. Raise the Roof is $36.99. That's Plant and Krauss. I've also got Raisin Sand around here, somebody, if anybody wants a copy of that. Bad Company, I still can get, and this is the clear vinyl. That's essentially a Bad Company's greatest hits. Rock and Roll Fantasy, the very best of Bad Company. These are $38.99, 2LP, Bad Company's greatest hits. Can't get enough. Bad Company, Ready for Love, Easy on My Soul, Shooting Star, Burning Sky, Rock and Roll Fantasy. Those are $38.99. Kiss, 60-65. Wasp, 66-67. Paul Brothers on Bad Company. Stacy Metternich wants an Aretha Franklin's greatest hits. Thank you, Paul and Stacy. Boston. Can't believe I didn't have this in the bin. I was like, man, we need to grab some of those. Everybody's always wanting this album. Boston, self-titled, $29.99. It's got an awesome hop sticker on the front too. More Than a Feeling, Long Time Gone, Peace of Mind, Smoking. That's a remastered copy, $29.99. I have two of those available. Gwen Carley gets the other Bad Company. Kevin wants Boston. I've got one of those left. Kiss is at 70. No. Kiss is at 65, 68 with Ross Carney. Ross Carney's at 68 on the Kiss album, and Wasp is at 70 of Randy. That's the high bids on those. Let's go ahead and tag Chris Ferrara of Boston. If anybody else wants on a Boston waiting list, I'm obviously going to have to order more, and then go ahead and let me know. This is Tuesday night. That means if you get on a waiting list for anything, I can promise you they'll be in this week. It's just like you're buying it tonight. We're just not physically tagging you for it. I know I can get these. That's the waiting list situation on Tuesday night. So go ahead and claim one as if you're getting one tagged tonight. We're going to pull one for Kevin, one for Chris, and then Rich Group and Gwen Carley. Yeah, Rich Group and Gwen. No, that's Rich Russo. Rich Russo and Gwen Carley. If anybody's a first-time buyer, make sure you message our page, Collectco, this Facebook page with your email address and mailing address. It is very easy to buy from us. We make that very easy. Stacy Metternich also wants on Boston. Any OG metal press. All night long. All night long. Kenny Wayne Shepherd Band, Trouble Is 25. This is $34.99 for Kenny Wayne Shepherd. This is the limited edition cream vinyl. $34.99 for Kenny Wayne Shepherd. The Black Keys, the big come up. The Black Keys is $33.99. I only have one of those and I only have one of Kenny Wayne Shepherd, but I can get more. Whitesnake's Greatest Hits, $44.99. 2LP, this is revisited, remixed, remastered, $44.99. If anybody wants a Kenny Wayne Shepherd, please let me know. The Whitesnake Greatest Hits is a 2LP. Still the Night, Here I Go Again, Is This Love, 16 tracks. That is $44.99. All right, update on our auctions. Wasp, The Last Command is on its final call. Randy Tabron has this for $70. Near mint minus on the vinyl, gold stamp promo, inner sleeve, nice jacket, $70. Going twice, going three times. Kiss, Ross Carney's at $68. That is a 1975 PRC press. That's also going twice, going three times, $68 and $70. I'm about to sell both of those. All right. Back up to the top, Kenny Wayne Shepherd. The first one to claim that was Kevin Doxey. Phil Atherton, we will get you one of those. And Dan Triaga on SW. That was Kenny, that was SW was, what was SW? Whitesnake, not SW. Okay, Dan Triaga wants a Whitesnake's Greatest Hits. I've got two more of those left in the bin. If anybody else wants on the Kenny Wayne Shepherd list, please let me know. There's the rest of the Lynch Mobs, and I have more. If you missed this earlier, Lynch Mob Rebel, new release for Friday. I think it's the first time on vinyl. That is red marbled vinyl, $29.99. We've already read off the pre-order list. Let me do that one more time. Chris Wood Sr., Richard Davis, Scott Smith, Greg Hagewood, Woods Felix, Bill Fratsky, Dwayne Sevilla, Kelly Cook, Kevin Crowell, Danny Czar, Kirk Chidester, Brian Clement, Greg Preston, Jamie Butler, Rob Scheffler, Rick Hayes, and J.J. Wilson. And this is, we've sold several more already tonight. Lynch Mob Rebel, red marbled vinyl, $29.99. This is the PRC press, not the CRC, the PRC press. PRC press of that Neil Smith. All right, so we'd have a new bid on Wasp at 72. Randy, you're out. Ken is at 72. And we're about to sell Kiss. It's at 68. If anybody wants to bid, now's the time. Crosby, Stills, and Nash, so far, this is like their greatest hits album. $28.99 for Crosby, Stills, Nash, and Young so far. $28.99. Buffalo Springfield, this is the Start Your Ear Off Right from last year. First time on LP in decades, this had been reissued. This is the best of Buffalo Springfield, $26.99. Ken Crooker, you're out on Wasp. Randy's back in. I'm about to sell Kiss, as in I'm going to show two more records, then I'm ending it. Rage Against the Machine, live, $38.99, live at the Olympic Auditorium. Rage Against the Machine, $38.99. And ABBA Gold, and this is on gold vinyl. ABBA Gold, and that's on gold vinyl, $49.99. That's ABBA's greatest hits. All right, Ross Carney gets the Kiss for $68. That's sold for $68. Jerry Stone gets the Buffalo Springfield, and now we're bidding on the Wasp. Randy's out. Ken Crooker has that for $80. Going once, going twice. Warlock. This is so nice. Triumph and Agony, Warlock from 1987. This is a $45 start, and it is a near mint copy. Warlock, Triumph and Agony, near mint, original inner sleeve, awesome cover, awesome condition. OG, $45 start on Warlock, Triumph, and Agony. All right, final call on Wasp at $80. I have two copies of the Beatles' White Album remastered, new stereo mix, $51.99. $51.99 for the Beatles White Album, $51.99. 2LP Anniversary Edition. I realized the bin was empty, and then I had to go to the back wall and get some, and I only had two copies back there. Last time I ordered these, I ordered 10. So it means just here in the store, in the last, month or so, because I reordered these around Christmas, we've sold 8 or 9 copies of this in the store. People's always looking for it. Good luck finding a nice, clean, original. I mean, I don't even know if those really, if they made, let's see, in a percentage, near mint, OG presses, few and far in between. That's why we sell so many of the new remasters. $51.99. The Johnny Burnett Rock and Roll Trio, $28.99. We had a used copy of that pop up the other night, and I was like, I need to grab those if I can. And it's the Wax Time pressing. Johnny Burnett, $28.99. Chris Stapleton from Room A Volume 2 is $33.99. All right, Wasp, final call. I'm about to end it. And then Warlock, 45, 45, 50, and now 55. Ken Crooker has high bid on both of the auctions right now, 55, and Wasp, I'm about to sell it at 80. If you didn't get an invoice, you might want to message the page so Josh can send you one. You might have got overlooked. Chris Stapleton from Room A Volume 1. So from Room A Volume 1 and from Room A Volume 2, $33 and $33.99. I've got both volumes back in stock. I was sold out. Chris Stapleton, Steve Miller Band's Greatest Hits, $36.99 for Steve Miller Band's Greatest Hits. $36.99. Kevin Kubina wants from Room A Volume 1. That's sold to Kevin Kubina. Ken Crooker's back in on the Warlock at $60. And Brooks and Dunn Reboot. Brooks and Dunn Reboot, $31.99. Steve Miller Band sold to Michelle Phillips. Let's go ahead and sell the Wasp to Ken Crooker for $80. If you're a first-time buyer, please make sure you message the page. We need a message from you as soon as possible with your email address and your mailing address. It's $7 unlimited shipping all week. This is our first sale of the night. It's Tuesday. We're doing this Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, just like this. Same kind of records, same kind of format. Every night you can tune in and buy. $7 unlimited shipping. We just came off, once again, our biggest week ever, thanks to y'all. Thank you. Just incredible how many customers we had, all-time records in all departments. So thank you again. I guess doing all this traveling and buying these records is starting to pay off. So thank you. Yes, this is a Brooks & Dunn Reboot, $31.99. I've got two of those. Chris Stapleton Traveler is $36.99. And then Coldplay, A Rush of Blood to the Head. Coldplay is $33.99. $33.99. Warlock is now at $62 with Vic Natecki. Do I have the Morgan Wallen double album? I don't think I have any more of those left right now. Let's see. Tracy Miller, did I hear ABBA Gold? ABBA Gold is available. 2LP Gold Vinyl, $49.99. Yes, $49.99. That's 2LP ABBA's Greatest Hits. Eric Fisher on Coldplay and Patrick Carter on Coldplay. Those are sold and sold. Ken's back in on Warlock at $65. And I'm going to go through that crate one more time of new vinyl rivals. Very quickly, then I'm going to grab another bin of OG stuff. We have Madonna, the Immaculate Collection, $44.99. Robert Plant and Alison Krauss, Raise the Roof, $36.99. They're still bidding on Warlock. Let me go ahead and run Faster Pussycat. This is also a $45 start. Nice copy, 1987. It's got one little kind of ding right here on the corner. A little bit of a wrinkle there. Original Electra inner sleeve, near mint minus, beautiful vinyl, Faster Pussycat. This is an OG, and this is a $45 start on Faster Pussycat. That is something, I think that's been repressed recently, but I definitely don't have any. So Warlock, 65, 67, Faster Pussycat, 47. The Black Keys, the big come up, $33.99 for the Black Keys, the big come up. Whitesnake's Greatest Hits is $44.99. Whitesnake's Greatest Hits, that is 16 tracks on 2 LPs, remastered and remixed. $44.99 on that. Faster Pussycat, 50, 48, 45. And Lynch Mob. Lynch Mob Rebel, $29.99. Yeah, we actually had a live stream last night. We blew the air horn 3 times on the Coin and Knife live stream. If y'all aren't watching our Coin and Knife sales, y'all are missing out. I know you probably have no interest in coins and knives, but we sold a $500 bill of Mickey Mantle autographed baseball, and we sold a 1-ounce gold coin for $2,000. Y'all are missing out on some pretty cool stuff. Even if you don't like coins and knives, it's some great investment stuff. We're selling autographed baseballs, gold coins, silver. I will set you up with some investments, I promise. Be sure you tune into those. Those are sometimes Monday nights. When I'm on the road, no, when I'm here, we're definitely selling coins and knives. We're also a case knife dealer. We're about to put in our spring orders, and we're going to have a lot of knives, new stuff. Congress's vault pattern for this year. So, all right, let's see. Last bid on Warlock was Vic Natecki at $67. Very nice copy. That's Vic's at $67, going once, going twice. Then the Faster Pussycat, I see 50. I see 51, 55, 57, and then Colin Butler on the Black Keys. Colin Butler on the Black Keys. Faster Pussycat 60, Crosby, Stills and Nash, Sweet Judy Blue Eyes, oh my gosh, $28.99, Rage Against the Machine, $38.99, ABBA is $49.99, I don't think anybody claimed that. The Beatles White Album, don't make me read the track listing, oh my gosh, $51.99. Johnny Burnett, you need to grab this. This is amazing. This is amazing. $28.99. Johnny Burnett Rock and Roll Trio. Chris Stapleton Volume 2, $33.99. Chris Stapleton Volume 1, $33.99. Steve Miller Band's Greatest Hits, $36.99. Brooks and Dunn Reboot. I can't believe we always sell out of those. Brooks and Dunn Reboot, $31.99. And Chris Stapleton Traveler, $36. Faster Pussycat, $60, $61. Final call on Warlock. And no, if you buy gold and silver and coins from us, there is no tax. It makes investing a little bit easier. Bob Riger wants a Johnny Burnett Trio. I'm going to sell one of those to Bob Riger. Johnny Burnett Trio, Honey Hush. I love that track. Like I said before, probably my most valuable record in my collection is probably the OG press of that I have. It's in really high grade too. Steve Miller Band to Gwen Carley. And ABBA Gold sold to Tracy Miller. Tracy Miller. All right, so that's sold to Gwen. Tracy gets an ABBA. Let's go through the next crate of vintage stuff. I hope everybody's ready. I'm going to start wrapping up Faster Pussycat, and I'm about to sell Warlock. Rich Russo wants Crosby, Stills and Nash, Deja Vu. I don't have Deja Vu. I'm sold out of that. But if you want So Far, this is like their hits compilation. Deja Vu is on here. Helplessly Hoping, Wooden Ships, Teach Your Children, Ohio, Find the Cost of Freedom, Woodstock, Our House, Helpless, Guinevere, and of course, Sweet Judy Blue Eyes. Of course, Ohio, the protest song about the Kent State Massacre. Or disaster, or whatever the term they use for that. Kent State shootings. So, Rich, if that's the one you want, say see us in So Far. Brian Tierney, is that right? Brian Tierney, you want a Beatles? I'm assuming you want a copy of the White Album. I hope so. I mean, that's another one. You just got to have it. That's sold to Brian. And Brent McKinney says, can I swap Deja Vu for Greatest Hits? You can. And I'm going to see which one Rich Russo wanted. And Mark Robinson wants all three Chris Stapleton. I actually got his other album too, Mark. You may have missed it in the first crate. I've also got his newest album, Starting Over, if you want that as well. All right, so those three are sold. Rich is going to pass on So Far. Rich, I think I've got you on the waiting list for Deja Vu. I've got you on the Deja Vu, and then we need to swap out Brent McKinney. Just give that to Rich Russo. He wants Deja Vu, and we'll give Brent McKinney this. And let's go ahead and find that other copy of Starting Over for Mark Robinson as well, if I still have a copy. Or did I sell out? What has happened to that? Where's Chris Stapleton Starting Over? I thought I had one. That's Naughty by Nature. Did we sell out of those? That's the White Album. I guess we sold out of those in that first crate. Wow, I don't remember that, but I guess we did. Never mind, Mark. I'll put you on a waiting list if that's okay. I'll put you on a waiting list. All right, let me go ahead and tag Warlock. That's sold to Vic Nateki. Vic, you get the Warlock for Vic Nateki. I think it was 67. Yes, Vic Nateki gets the Warlock for 67. So Rich Russo, you do get a copy of Deja Vu, and Brent McKinney, you got a copy of So Far. That's some of my favorite music right there. And then final call and update on Faster Pussycat. Final call and update on Faster Pussycat is $61 with Brenda Medina. $61 on Brenda Medina. Billy wants to kiss Adam with a hand on the door. Ah, music from the youth. I mean elder. Let's see here. This Exodus, we'll go ahead and knock it out. Hope everybody's ready for it. And we'll run Kiss too. I don't know what happened to it. It's either still over there. I thought I showed it tonight, but we might have sold out of it, but I don't remember showing it. Starting Over? Yeah, we sold both of them, I guess. So, all right. We'll do Kiss in just a second. First, Exodus, Bonded by Blood. 1985 green combat label, OG, nice copy. Hope everybody's ready. Man, I have like people wanting this all the time. I'm going to tell you the start on it. It's a nice copy. To get this started, $185. Exodus, Bonded by Blood. Nice copy. Y'all know how these are usually looking. They're usually like the music genre. Trashed and thrashed. Exodus has the original inner sleeve. Nice copy. Nice copy. $185 on that one. Exodus, green combat label, Bonded by Love. Nice copy. Very nice cover too. Still has some of the original gloss on that. $185. Faster Pussycats at $67. And I don't think I've missed any other claims. Let's go ahead and go through this crate right here. If I run across something that needs to be auctioned, you may see me pull it out. I really haven't even got to look at these records. I literally went to Dallas. I bought 2 entire rooms, pretty much an entire building full of records. We boxed them up and brought them back here. I hadn't even really got to look at them. So, Bonded by Blood. Bonded by Love. My bad. Bonded by Blood. Same thing. All right. We have Triumph Allied Forces, $19.99. Triumph Allied Forces. Nice copy. $19.99 on Triumph Allied Forces. Nina Simone. Very cool record here. $99.99. 1959 Deep Groove Mono. Nina Simone and Her Friends. An intimate variety of vocal charm. Coral Bethlehem label. Man, that's cool. $99.99 on Nina Simone. Aerosmith Ragdoll Smaxy Single. $19.99 on Aerosmith Ragdoll. $19.99 Styx Lady. This is a sealed copy. $34.99 Styx Lady. Sealed. $34.99. Faster Pussycat 68, now 70. Mia first to Nina Simone. Chip Hall first to Triumph. Okay, this next record, I'm going to go ahead and tell you the price. It is $299.99. That's $300 for this box set. I've never seen one before. Let's go ahead and tag Chris Wood Sr. with Aerosmith. This next record is $300. It's also an Aerosmith box set. This is Aerosmith, the first decade promo for promotion use only. 1982, $299.99. $299.99. Aerosmith, the first decade. I'm going to be honest, I don't even know what's in here. Let's see. Well, there's their first album. I guess it's their studio album. Get Your Wings, Not in the Ruts. There's Toys in the Attic. Guess it's their first 10 years. There's Rocks. There's Draw the Line. There's Greatest Hits. Is there something below that? Let's see here. I can't see. Yep. There's Live Bootleg. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 LP. 9 LP Aerosmith box set. That's the first decade. 1982 promo. $299.99. All right. Let's see here. Are they white? Well, let's see what kind of labels they look like. We'll check the first album. Let's see here. Not white labels. The box is stamp promo. Nice, though. That one's near mint. I'm assuming the rest suits. I've never seen that before either. Didn't know that existed. All right. Back up top. Chris Wood Sr. got the Aerosmith single. Faster Pussycats on its final call. Brenda Medina's at $70. Brenda Medina's at $70. Final call on that. We're looking for 180, I think I said 185. 185 on Exodus Bonded by Blood. We have it stickered. I promise you, if we were going to put it out, it's going to be stickered for more than that. It's a very nice copy. Chip Hall said box set here, and then Eli said give me the box set. I think Chip Hall was first to claim that. He was. He said box set here if that's what he was wanting, and then Eli would have been second. So that is sold. Final call on Faster Pussycat. If no one buys Exodus, it will be a buy it now for $185. Only record in here is Styx, and it is sealed. It is sealed, $34.99. REO Speedwagon, you can tune a fish, but you can't tune a piano. $19.99. We got some killer records tonight. Very high-grade stuff on a lot of them. That's an OG press. Who do we have here? Qua, Jorma Kokinen, maybe? $14.99. I don't know what that is. You may know yourself. Bonnie Raitt, The Glow, $9.99. Bonnie Raitt, The Glow. ELO, as in Electric Light Orchestra, Time, $19.99. Nice copy. Time, $19.99. All right, auctions ended. Sold. Faster Pussycat, Brenda Medina, $70. If anybody wants Exodus, $185 on Exodus. $185 on Exodus. Jefferson Airplane guitar player. There you go. Let me see here. Let's see if he looks familiar. He looks a lot more familiar right back here than on that picture. Is that the same guy? Looks like completely different people. That is $14.99. Exodus is $185. And let's go ahead and start our next auction. I got 2 auctions that have not sold. Next is Kiss, Music from the Elder, 1981 EX copy. 1981 EX copy, nice gatefold, VG Plus or better on the cover. There is the vinyl. I'm going to grade that EX. EX, it comes with the original inner sleeve that came with it, which is plastic with the print on it. And that is a $45 start on Kiss, Music from the Elder. $45 start on that. Roger Ramjet wants the ELO. That's sold to Roger Ramjet. And we have Billy Shears at $50 on Kiss. Let me go ahead and pull another auction. Not before I show the Persuasions. We came to play. The Persuasions, $14.99. All right. Let's run the Decline of Western Civilization Part 2, The Metal Years, original motion picture soundtrack, near mint in shrink wrap and hype sticker. This is a $45 start. Plastic inner sleeve that it came with. Very clean record, near mint minus, Decline of Western Civilization Part 2. The Metal Years, original motion picture soundtrack, $45 start with hype sticker. $45 start. That is Decline of Western Civilization. Willie Nelson, Collector's Edition promo, $24.99 on that. And I've got Big Chill Volumes 1 and 2, $19.99 each. We have Big Chill and more songs from the soundtrack, Big Chill. Those are $19.99 each. Miles Davis, $34.99. This is an odd-looking record. Tutu and Splatch. And it looks like some kind of promo deal almost. Tutu, Splatch. Yeah, promotional copy, not for sale. That's $34.99. Western Civilization, $45.50, $45.50, $51.50. And Billy was at $50 on Kiss. What's the first track? Let's see. I'll read it from the label. The first track on side A is The Oath. The Oath. And on the back cover, it has it kind of here out of order. This is Fanfare. I think that's pretty sure that's side 1. Hold on a second. That's side B. Side 1, The Oath. Yeah. 2, Fanfare. 3, Just a Boy. Kiss, Music from the Elder. All right. So that was 50. Decline was 50, 45, 50, 51. Michael Nath first on Miles Davis. We've already sold REO Speedwagon. I forgot to pull it. Somebody already claimed that. Angela Chesney. Angela Chesney got this earlier, Tanner. Michael Nath got Miles Davis. I was like, somebody asked how much that was, Chip was, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure that's already sold. Yes, okay. Decline 50, 55, 60, 60, 63, 65, 60. And Sherry Darnell, what's Big Chill 2? I don't think there was anything else in there I missed. No. Big Chill 2. That is this one right here. And it wasn't stickered. It's $19.99. Big Chill 2. All right. Next. Aurora. Miles Davis. $49.99. $19.89. 2 LP. Near mint. Miles Davis. Aurora. Decline is at 66 and Kiss is at 65. Miles in Amsterdam. $24.99. This is a 2012 pressing. $24.99. Miles in Amsterdam. Frank Zappa Studio 10. $29.99. Neil Young Live Rust. $39.99. Neil Young Live Rust. The Beatles 1962 audition tapes from 1983, $19.99. And the Beatles Live at Star Club in Hamburg, Germany, $39.99. Simon and Garfunkel, Bridge Over Troubled Water, $14.99. And Hair, the American Tribal Love Rock Musical, Hair's $19.99. Very nice copy. All right, let's see. Kiss is at 65, going twice, going 3 times. Decline is at 70. Mia was first to Miles Davis, and Mia wanted Amsterdam. Michael Nath was second. Ryan Anderson first to Zappa. The Bonnie album. Bonnie Raitt, The Glow. $9.99 on Bonnie Raitt, The Glow. Kevin. Let's see here. Decline is at 71. Terrell Boat Night on Simon and Garfunkel. Kiss 70 and Decline 75. Kiss 75. Saturday Night Fever soundtrack, $19.99. Saturday Night Fever soundtrack, $19.99. Led Zeppelin 4 is $44.99. This is a 5-digit reissue, 77. It is near mint. It is extremely nice. $44.99. Billy's at 75 on Kiss. Kevin Willis is going to take the Bonnie Raitt. That is sold to Kevin. Let me find Bonnie. I'll put her back somewhere in here. Decline is at 76. Kiss is at 75. Frank Sinatra, My Kind of Broadway. $14.99 on Frank Sinatra and Sinatra 65. This is sealed. OG sealed. $29.99. Frank Sinatra, Sinatra 65. $29.99 on that. Michael Jackson Bad, 12-inch single mixes from 1987. This is in shrink wrap near mint. $19.99. The Esquires, Get On Up and Get Away. The Esquires, $19.99. Allison, you were first to Frank Sinatra. You can let me know if you want the sealed copy of 65 or My Kind of Broadway. Your pick on either one. Gary Samuels is at 76 on the Decline. Brandon's at 80. Billy Shears has Kiss for 75. Final call on Kiss, Music from the Elder. Michael Nath wants the other Miles Davis. Sold to Michael Nath. I looked over that. Sorry, Michael. Allison wants the sealed copy of Sinatra 65. That is sold, and they're still bidding on the Decline. It's between Gary and Brandon. Brandon Jackson has it for $80. The Beatles, Hard Day's Night, purple capital label, in shrink wrap, $29.99. The Beatles, Hard Day's Night, $29.99 on Hard Day's Night. And George Thorogood and the Destroyers, Treat Her Right. That is a 12-inch single. Never seen that. $14.99. Dire Straits, Making Movies. Nice copy. $34.99. Dire Straits, Making Movies, as in near mint. Ryan Foster, first to the Beatles, Hard Day's Night. Kiss, Music from the Elder, sold to Billy Shears, $75. Billy is one of our ultimate Kiss fans. I'm pretty sure Billy was just hanging out with Peter Criss over the weekend. Billy's a pretty big Kiss fan. Kiss is sold, Music from the Elder. That is sold to Billy for $75. High bid on Decline is at $80. Gary, if you're out, you can say out, or you can bid again. That is $80. Brandon Jackson, going once, going twice. Okay, next is, let's auction Led Zeppelin 3. Let's throw that in here. This is an odd pressing. It's a 1974 Argentina press. For those Led Zeppelin fans that go deep in the discography, this is a 74 Argentina press. Look at these labels. The vinyl feels so weird. There's the Argentina label on this one. 1974. This is a $45 start. $45 start. Led Zeppelin 3 vinyl is near mint minus. The cover is kind of unique. It doesn't have the spinning wheel on it. It's like a Japanese type cover too. It's very, very thick and heavy. Led Zeppelin 3 is a $45 start. All right, Gary's out on the Decline of Western Civilization. That's a 74 Argentina press of Led Zeppelin 3. $45 start on that. Back up to the top, we already pulled the Beatles. Roger Ramjet wants the Live Rust. That's sold to Roger Ramjet. Bill Fratsky, Dangerous Toys is already sold. Led Zeppelin 45 and final call on Decline. Brandon Jackson has that for $80. I'm about to sell it. Bonnie Raitt, Green Light. Bonnie Raitt is $9.99. And Elvis, Heartbreak Hotel, $19.99 on Elvis, Heartbreak Hotel. It also has Jailhouse Rock, Blue Suede Shoes, All Shook Up, Hound Dog, King Creole, Guitar Man, $19.99 on that. That looks like a pretty good compilation. And Cave In, Tides of Tomorrow, Interesting. From 2002, $44.99. Cave-In, Tides of Tomorrow. Let's see here. Marshall Bassett's going to take the Dire Straits Making Movies. Carol Puckett, the George Thorogood is called Treat Her Right. 12-inch single, $14.99. First to Elvis was Tim Holloway. Elizabeth, You Were Second. Decline of Western Civilization is sold to Brandon Jackson for $80. And we've got one and one bidder only right now on Led Zeppelin 4. That is at $45. That's a 74, or excuse me, Led Zeppelin 3. It's a 1974 Argentina press. Next auction. John said this drove him crazy trying to figure out what pressing this was. I was back there and he was deep into the Discogs archives trying to figure this out. We finally came up and determined it's a 1987 specialty press, or SP, I think it came up as specialty. 1987 Metallica, the $5.98 EP Garage Days Revisited. That is a VG Plus on the vinyl. And I'm going to have to give the cover a VG minus because it has a split down here at the bottom. I'm going to go ahead and pull the sleeve out of the jacket. It has the original letter inner sleeve. VG Plus on the vinyl. I mean, overall, not a lot of wear here and there, but it does have that, whoop, don't want to drop it. It does have that unfortunate split down there at the bottom. That's a $45 start. That is 87 though, OG Metallica. Specialty press, $45 start on that. That's the high bid on Led Zeppelin. Final call. Elf Power, is that what that says? From 1997, 99.99. Elf Power? Yeah, Elf Power, When the Red King Comes. That's $99.99. Elf Power, very interesting. Who, the blank? This is a Who bootleg. 1982 unofficial, $64.99. The Who, $64.99. Who, that's a Who bootleg, $64.99. ELO, Face the Music. This one has Strange Magic on it, $19.99. ELO, Face the Music. Original inner sleeve, nice copy, $19.99. Near Mint ELO albums in this bin. We've already sold 2 of them. That's the 3rd one. Thin Lizzy Renegade. Thin Lizzy is $29.99. I don't think they made a bad album. And She and Him Classics. She and Him Classics, $29.99. All right, Calvin Ward, the only bidder on Led Zeppelin 3, Argentina press. That's sold to Calvin for $45. Pete W. first to ELO. Calvin Ward first to Thin Lizzy. Patrick Carter's at $45 on the Metallica 598 EP from 1987. That is an 87 specialty press. VG Plus condition. Patrick has that for $45, going once, going twice. Not much left in that crate. Before we continue, let me put up the Spock album. This is so nice because it's a top copy. It's in the original shrink wrap. This is Leonard Nimoy presents Mr. Spock, Music from Outer Space. Has the original Sears price tag and everything. Nice on the dot label. This is a $45 start. I already have one of these. I think I've got a sealed one, and I think I've got an open one. Leonard Nimoy presents Mr. Spock's Music from Outer Space. In shrink wrap, near mint minus vinyl, $45 start on Mr. Spock. $45 start. Final call on Metallica, it's at $45. Let's go through this bin one more time. There's some stuff in here that will probably sell the second time around. Styx Lady, sealed, $34.99. That's a sealed copy, $34.99. Don't be afraid to open it. We have Qua. That's all I'm going to call it. That's the Jefferson Airplane guitarist. Everybody reminded me of that. I wasn't too versed. I know Grace Slick, of course, and Cantor. That name, now that I see it, and now that I see his picture. Jefferson Airplane guitarist, $14.99. Jeremiah Lewis on Elf Power. Sell that to Jeremiah Lewis. I thought I had the Led Zeppelin. Led Zeppelin was at $45 with Calvin Ward and no one else bid. Chip, you put Led Zeppelin 3, but you never did put a bid. Calvin had it for $45. That's sold to him. I gave that a final call a few times, but you never did bid again. I was assuming you wasn't wanting to bid again. The Persuasions, We Came to Play, $14.99. Willie Nelson, Collector's Edition promo, $24.99. The Big Chill soundtrack, $19.99 for the Big Chill. And the Beatles, the 1962 audition tapes. This must be the Decca auditions. It looks like it, yes. $19.99. 1983 UK. And the Beatles Live at the Star Club, $39.99 on that. And Hair, the American Tribal Love Rock Musical, $19.99 for Hair. Saturday Night Fever, no one grabbed this. Nice copy too, $19.99. OG, near mint, Saturday Night Fever. Let's go ahead and sell Metallica for $45 to Patrick Carter. I'm about to sell Spock to somebody. No bid yet, but I'll make it a buy now if no one bids. $45 start on Mr. Spock. Music from Outer Space. Let me go ahead and put up Death Angel. Death Angel is a 1990 OG. I've never had this before. This one's called Act 3. Gold stamp promo with hype sticker. With hype sticker. It has the original inner sleeve with it. And this is a... Let me look, see what I had here. This is a $75 start. This is Death Angel Act 3. Very clean vinyl. Almost near mint minus. It is near mint minus. That is a $75 start on that. Very clean copy. Gold stamp promo with hype sticker. Clay said he'd give $30 for sticks. Go ahead and sell that to Clay for $30. Spock is about to be a buy it now. Bid if you want to go ahead and secure it. This is a very clean copy of Led Zeppelin 4. $44.99. Has the original inner sleeve with it. Led Zeppelin 4, near mint minus. That's a 77 reissue. Album originally came out in 71. $44.99. Frank Sinatra, My Kind of Broadway, $14.99. Michael Jackson Bad, 12-inch single, $19.87, $19.99. The Esquires, Get On Up. It has some cover damage along the spine here. $19.99. George Thorogood and the Destroyers, Treat Her Right, $14.99. And Bonnie Raitt, Green Light, $9.99. Cave In, Tides of Tomorrow, $44.99. Cave In, Tides of Tomorrow. Who, that's a Who bootleg. I can't read that, but that is $64.99. And She and Him Classics, $29.99 on that. All right, Vic is at $75 on Death Angel. Vic is at $75 on Death Angel. That is going once, going twice. If anybody wants Spock, you can buy that for a $45 buy it now. Spock is a $45 buy it now. Let's see here. Allison Campbell, first to Saturday Night Fever. That's sold to Allison Campbell. Gary Samuels on FS. FS was Frank Sinatra. That's sold to Gary Samuels. Tammy Hinkle on the Michael Jackson Bad. Death Angels at 80 with Martin Pryor. And Gary Samuels says, I meant Saturday Night Fever. Oh, he meant SNF, not FS. So no Frank Sinatra for Gary. It's still in the bin. And Darren's at 85 on Death Angel. Okay, Spock is a $45 buy it now if anybody wants that. I've also got Exodus Bonded by Blood. Exodus Bonded by Blood was $185. And the Mudhoney picture disc is $65. Mudhoney, that's Every Good Boy Deserves Fudge. $65, $185, and Spock is $45. High bid on Death Angel is $87, now $90. I've got a Miles Davis to auction just because I had it on Facebook. Usually have most of the jazz in the bins, but this is a cool one, and it's in really nice condition. Miles Davis in concert, recorded live at the Philharmonic Hall, New York. This is a 2LP. Near mint minus vinyl. This is Miles Davis live in concert. Gatefold. Very nice copy. Vinyl's near mint minus. Covers about VG Plus. It shows some of that ring wear on it. That's a $45 start. Miles Davis in concert. High bid on Death Angel is $90 with Darren. Patrick Burns is going to take the Spock for $45. That's sold to Patrick. And anybody else want anything in this bin before I bring up a new one? Man, we got some killer records tonight. I don't know about y'all, but that's my opinion. Right, Tanner? Did I have another bin of new vinyl ready, or did I go through that one? I told everybody we was going to probably take a break sooner than later so we could price the rest of this new vinyl. Yeah, I don't know if I've pulled stuff out of there or not. Let me see here. Yeah, I really hadn't got the pull out of this one yet. Yeah, we might just have to wait. I don't think I have any more really ready. Yeah. All right, so I don't have any more new vinyl, new stuff. We can go through a random crate here in a second. We can go through a crate here in a second of more new vinyl stuff we've already shown from last week, because we might have some new buyers on. And Carol, also, if you want George Thorogood, I'll sell that to you for $12. And Miles Davis is a $45 start. Death Angels at $92. Michael Nath said $40. I'll go ahead and take that as an opening bid. Death Angels at $95. We've already sold one bin and a half of vintage. I didn't figure there'd be much of that left over. I'll go ahead and go through the next crate of vintage I have. Let me see if this is the right one. Yeah, this is some cool stuff as well. And I've got plenty more auctions to go through. Michael Nath has Miles Davis for $40. Darren's at $95 on Death Angel. And let me go ahead and pull that. And Jet It, Frank Sinatra was $14.99. $14.99 on Frank Sinatra. Let's see. All right. That's sold for $12. Sinatra is $14.99. Jet It if you want it. Okay. Death Angel, $95. Vic Nateki, let me know if you're in or out. And final call on Miles Davis for $40. Still on the Facebook stuff, I've got Paul McCartney and Rush to auction. That'll be our next two. And then I've got a whole crate of surprises. Stuff y'all have not seen yet. I've got a whole crate of surprises. Okay, we have Arito. I think that's what that says. Promises of the Sun. That is not priced. I don't know. I'll just set that off to the side right now. Panther City Blues. Panther City Blues, $14.99. Jim Colgrooves, Panther City Blues, $14.99. Fred's at $41. Fred Carnell's at $41 on Miles Davis. Jimmy McGriff and Junior Parker, $19.99 on Jimmy McGriff and Junior Parker. Nectar, 1976 U.S. pressing gatefold, $24.99 on Nectar. Passport Records, $24.99. And Charles Musselwhite, Memphis, Tennessee. Charles Musselwhite, Memphis, Tennessee from 1970, $39.99. Very clean copy. Bonham, as in Jason Bonham, shrink wrap and hype sticker, $49.99 from 1989. Okay, final call on Death Angel. Vic says he's out. Darren has Death Angel for $95. Miles Davis is at $41. Michael Nath, you're out. Charlie DeFrank put Norma. Let me figure out what that went. He meant Jorma. Let me figure out what that is. I think his autocorrect is still messing with him right now. We'll figure out what Charlie, he may be trying to say Bonham. I don't know. Kenny also put JB. What are they trying to say here? We've had Panther City, Jimmy McGriff, Junior Parker, Nectar, Musselwhite, and Bonham. We'll figure out what Charlie DeFrank. He put Norma, then Kenneth was second, then Marg, then Brandon, and then David. Michael Nass backing on Miles Davis at 42. Blue Rodeo, Outskirts, Blue Rodeo, $19.99, gold stamp promo. Frank Sinatra, 2 sensational albums in 1 hit package, and that is $24.99. Buddy Holly, Heartbeat, Buddy Holly, $19.99. Toronto Rock and Roll Revival Volume 5, Bo Diddley, $19.99. Jorma was in the other crate. Okay, he may be claiming something from the last crate. Okay, so that's actually what he means, all right? So Kenny Heathcock was first to the Jason Bonham then. Let me go ahead and pull that for Kenny Heathcock. Jason Bonham, first to that was Kenny Heathcock, and then Mark Shelton, then Brandon Jackson, then David Tate. Michael Nass at 42 on Miles Davis. Let's see here. Patrick Carter, first to Blue Rodeo. That sold to Patrick Carter. Jet It on Frank Sinatra. That was the 2-in-1 package here to Jet It. Michael Nass, the Bo Diddley is $19.99. If you want it, it's yours. If not, it's sold to Ryan Anderson. And Colin Nectar is $24.99. Nectar is $24.99. Charlie DeFrank's wanting this record right here. Let me find it. He's wanting this record right here. That is sold to Charlie DeFrank. Charlie, I got you. We figured that out now. Penny Lane and Time, Kai Winding. Penny Lane and Time, Kai Winding, 1967 promo copy, $19.99. Michael Nath was first to Bo. He gets it. That's sold to Charlie DeFrank. Death Angel is sold to Darren Wortman for $95. Death Angel is sold. Let me auction the last two things I had featured in the Facebook Hype post. We'll go ahead and do Rush. 1987, which is a reissue. Near mint minus. It is a Black Mercury label. And Rush Fly By Night. Very clean copy. $35 start. $35 start. We've already sold Dangerous Toys. It sold for $197. It's already sold. Rush is a $35 start. This is a 1987 reissue. It is near mint minus, Fly By Night. Not in print right now. I hope next week I get a notification that they're shipping me 200 of them. Right now, it's an out-of-print title. Rush is a $35 start. 1987 press. Fly By Night. Okay, Colin, let me think on Nectar. I got to give it a few more minutes. I literally, new arrivals, I give it a few minutes. I haven't turned down too many offers tonight, but we at least got to give it a couple moments. Maybe somebody else might want it on the second go around. Miles Davis, Michael Nath has this at 42. Fred, let me know if you're in or out. Fred Carnell, Michael has that for 42. Final call. Alien soundtrack, $59.99 from 1979. Original soundtrack from the 20th Century Fox film, Alien, $59.99. Tilt soundtrack, always like this cover. Tilt is $19.99. Performed by Mavis Staples, A Piece of the Action soundtrack, $19.99. Reform School, I can't say that. Reform School Girls, the original soundtrack. That is $49.99. Wendy O. Williams, Screaming Sirens, Etta James, Girls School, Girls Night Out. That is $49.99. Never seen that before. I think somebody's asked me about that before. I've never had it though. Absolute Beginner soundtrack, Shrink Wrap and Hype Sticker, $19.99. And the original motion picture soundtrack to The Road Warrior. The Road Warrior is sealed from 1982, $64.99. All right, Fred's out on Miles Davis. Let's go ahead and sell that to Michael Nath for $42. Rush, we had 35, 35, 40, 35, 45, 45. Jeremiah Lewis is first to the Alien soundtrack. David C., you were second. And Vic was first to Reform School Girls. That's sold to Vic Nateki. Brandon Jackson, you were second. The Birds, Untitled, 1970 Terre Haute Press. Really nice copy, $34.99. Really nice copy of The Birds, Untitled. Sun's Gold Hits. This is a really cool compilation, $49.99. Really nice copy. This is an original Sun compilation, early, as in mid-50s. Charlie Rich, Jerry Lee Lewis, Johnny Cash, Carl Perkins, Carl Mann. That is $49.99. I have one of those in my collection. Very fun to listen to. High bid on Rush is Bob Riger was first at 45. Bob McKinney, you're out. Bob Riger has it for 45. Bob says he's out. Or Bob McKinney says he's out. Bob Riger has Rush Fly By Night at 45. Next auction. I haven't had one of these in a long time. This is a pretty cool McCartney soundtrack or McCartney compilation. It's called All the Best. I can't remember the last time I've had one of these. Let me read you the track list first. Band on the Run, Jet, Ebony and Ivory, Listen to What the Man Said, one of my favorites. No More Lonely Nights, Silly Love Songs, Let 'Em In, Say, 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 Live and Let Die, Another Day, Sea Moon, Junior's Farm, Uncle Albert, Admiral Hosley, Coming Up, Good Night Tonight, With a Little Luck and My Love. So what's different about this than Wings' Greatest Hits? This has all of his solo work too. So not only does it have Wings' Greatest Hits, it has all of his just Paul McCartney tracks like No More Lonely Nights. Near mint copy, very, very nice with original inner sleeves. This is a $55 start. McCartney, All the Best from 1987. I wish this was like still in print. Of course, all the McCartney Beatles catalog isn't cheap. It would probably cost like $79.99 or something. But that's a nice 87, $55 start on that. Rush 50, Rush 50. And how much are the Birds? The Birds is $34.99. The Byrds is $34.99. Off the Record specials with Mary Turner. This is $39.99. This is a Cheap Trick Westwood One broadcast. $39.99. This is a Westwood One with Cheap Trick. $39.99. Armlazel's in on Paul McCartney at $55. Peter Frampton, I'm In You. Peter Frampton's $19.99. Arthur Brown's Kingdom Come Journey from 1974, $34.99. All right, so the high bidder on Rush, well, Stephen and Chesney's the same person, or Stephen and Angela's the same person, unless they were really trying to bid against each other like Michael Ling and Carolina. Sometimes we got husband and wife on here bidding against themselves because they're like, no, that's going to be mine when we get it. Stephen has the high bid at $50, so I'm assuming that is where we're at. This is Rush Fly By Night. Very nice cover. It's got a little bit of sticker residue right there. It's a 1987 Black Mercury label, which is a repress. This album originally came out in 1975. This is an 87 pressing. Yeah, Anthem. By Tor and the Snow Dog. Are you kidding me? And of course, Fly By Night. Look how young they looked. Look at that. All right. Next. 55 on Paul McCartney, John Humphrey. The Sun Hits was $49.99. And this is $49.99. This is something that is usually kind of beat up. This is a really nice, clean copy, $49.99. Chris Crowley first to Cheap Trick. Chris Crowley first to the Cheap Trick, Westwood One. Charlie DeFrank, I've already got you tagged for the Jefferson Airplane Guitarist album. Willie Nelson Live, I Gotta Get Drunk. Willie Nelson, $24.99. That's the name of the album, I Gotta Get Drunk. Bee Gees Horizontal has a little bit of a cover damage there, I think, where a sticker was on it. That is $19.99. And Chicago 16. Chicago 16, $9.99. Boz Scaggs, Middleman, with Hype Sticker. Features the hit Breakdown Dead Ahead, $19.99. We already have a $50 bid, Sean, on Rush. Yeah, we already have a $50 bid. Sean's going the wrong way. He's going $46.40. I think he meant $56.60. I don't know, though. Let's see. Sun is sold to John Humphrey. Final call on Paul McCartney. Man, this is fantastic. I get a little sentimental. $55 on Paul McCartney. Final call. Tammy Hinkle, first to Chicago. 2 or 3 times a day, the Johnny Otis Show live featuring Skillet and Leroy. This is $14.99. The Electric Kool-Aid Acid Test, $44.99. This is San Francisco State College, October 1st and 2nd, 1966. A 1986 Sweden Unofficial, $44.99. The Electric Kool-Aid Acid Test. Stellar Music Special, $44.99. So, are you bidding on Rush? If so, we need a higher bid than 50 pretty soon, or I got to sell it to Steven. Arthur's in on the Paul McCartney 56. Armlazel, you're out. Colin Butler first to Acid. Colin Butler gets the... No, he was first to Skillet. And he was first to Acid. Eli's at 52 on Rush. Armlazel's backing on Paul McCartney at 57. Drop Dead and Exercise in Horror. Arch Obler. 1999. Wow, this is odd looking. 1962 Mono. Has a complete seam split up there at the top, but that's a cool cover. Drop Dead and Exercise in Horror. 1999. The Hood, is that what that says? Cooler Than Thou. Cooler Than Thou. $9.99. And Cliff Noble's Pony the Horse. Cliff Noble's $24.99. Glorious Hymn, Sister Rosetta Tharpe, $19.99. Brave Combo, Music for Squares, Polka, $19.99. That's a 1981 New Zealand press, $19.99. I wish I had, you have my card. I was like, I wish we could go ahead and, before it gets too late at Chili's, but. Yeah, we'll have a lot to do at the break. Sorry, I'm discussing my food plans. I start getting food on my mind, and then it starts distracting me. So if I know there's not some food on the way, Chad starts getting upset. Paul McCartney, 57. Colin Butler, First to the Dead. Colin Butler, First to the Dead. Paul McCartney, 58. Stevens at 55 on Rush. Chris Ferrara on Brave Combo. And next is Gil Scott-Heron and Brian Jackson, It's Your World. 1976, 69.99. 69.99. Gil Scott-Heron. Feed Chad, yes. Phil Alvin, Sun Ra, and the, what's that say? Phil Alvin, the Unsung Stories. Nothing to do with Sun Ra. Yeah, it does. There says Sun Ra. Sun Ra and the Arstica. I don't know what's going on there. It's $19.99 though. And the Bugs Henderson Group, full flipping. We got some crazy stuff in here. The Bugs Henderson Group, still flying. I said still flipping. It says still flying. Bugs Henderson, 1981, $24.99. All right, so Dead, we've already pulled that. We've already pulled Brave. Rush is at 56. Mark Cunningham on Gil Scott-Heron, GSH. Mark Cunningham, I'm pretty sure if that's what you're wanting, I don't think this is an actual Sun Ra album. What exactly is going on here? Phil Alvin. Let me read the label for you. Phil Alvin, Unsung Stories. See down here, it says Sun Ra and the Orchestra. So, I don't know. Mark, if you still want that, I'm going to go ahead and tag you for it. Update on the Paul McCartney. Update on the Paul McCartney. Arm Lazelle, please let me know if you're in or out. You may already have. I may have missed it, but you are out. And Arthur Maldonado has this for $58. Arthur has that for $58. And, yeah, I thought this was something else too, maybe. But I don't know what's going on with that. So put that back. Rush is at 58. Next is Jackson 5's Greatest Hits. This is in shrink wrap. $24.99. The Jackson 5's Greatest Hits, $24.99. Rare Beatles. The Beatles is $19.99. And Ringo Starr, Ringo, is a 1980s press, $24.99. That is so DeMarc, that album there. Yeah, for sure. Ringo Starr, $24.99. Bo Cup of Blues, or Buku. Bo Cup, Buku, I believe. Buku of Blues, $24.99 on that as well. Hank Williams, The First Recordings, $19.99. Hank Williams Sr., The First Recordings. White Light, White Heat, The Velvet Underground on purple vinyl. This is actually a 2008 Russian pressing on purple vinyl. I don't have too much made in Russia. I've had Russian Beatles 45s before. Arm Lazelle's backing on Paul McCartney in 60. John Young takes both Ringos. Troy Robinson on the Jackson 5's Greatest Hits. We have somebody out on Rush, which is Stephen Chesney. Angela's at 58. Okay, so I guess they are bidding on each other. Husband and wife bidding against each other again. Angela is at 58 on Rush, Fly By Night, going once, going twice. According to Discogs, Sun Ra and the Orchestra are the backing band on that album. Mark, you may end up wanting this. They're the backing band. I was thinking maybe that had something to do with it. The Phil Alvin record, Sun Ra as the backing band. Wow, 1999. There's the Rush, or there's the White Light, White Heat, and Hank Williams on the Air. This is 1999. Unissued performances of Moaning the Blues, Wedding Bells, and Historic Liner Notes. 1999. Steve wants it. Okay. Hank Williams, I'm So Lonesome I Could Cry. Volume 4 of the Definite Hank Williams series. Some cool Hank Williams stuff in here. This is sealed from 1986. That is sealed $39.99. Arthur Maldonado, let me know if you're in or out on Paul. Paul's at $60. And Rush is on its final call. Angela's at 58. He said take his bid. He's at work. Okay. And then Jeff, let me know which Hanks you want. Volume 4, On the Air, or the First Recordings. There's 3 Hank Seniors in there. The Velvet Underground, Shiny Leather in the Dark, 1988 Italy, $74.99. And The Fall of Troy, this is what? $74.99. 2013 Oxblood Red Vinyl. I'm going to have to check the label to see what's going on here. There's nothing on the label to help me identify it either. It says, looks like Dopalanger, The Fall of Troy. Jeff says he'll take all 3 Hanks, 1, 2, and 3. That's a good way to do it. All right, Arthur, just let me know if you're in or out on Paul McCartney. If not, I'm about to sell that to Arm Lazelle, but we can go ahead and sell Rush to Angela Chesney for $58. And Arthur's out on Paul McCartney. Paul McCartney's at 60. I'm about to sell that too to R.M. Lazelle. Thank you for letting me know. Well, let's run a couple more auctions. All right, so in my auction bin, I have The Cult, Cocksparrow, Vandals, Black Flag, The Business, Ministry. No, that's not Ministry. I don't know what that says. U2, Rush, U2, Led Zeppelin, B.O.C., Lyle Lovett, Modern English, Psychedelic Furs, Guy Clark, Dwight Yoakam, The Stooges, Tears for Fears, The Pixies, Journey, Dark Shadows, XTC, Susie and the Banshees, Talking Heads, Duran Duran, Ghost Soundtrack, AC/DC, Pink Floyd, Aerosmith, Beatles, UB40, Kiss, Ace, Kiss, Vixen, King Diamond, Kiss, Rush, Warlock, Midnight Oil, Bow Wow Wow, Kingdom Come, Accept, and Queensryche. Oh my gosh. All right, let's auction off the other Warlock. This is called True as Steel. Warlock, True as Steel, gold stamp promo, 1986, has the hype sticker on the front, original inner sleeve. Warlock is a $25 start. Warlock is a $25 start. True as Steel. That's our next auction. And we've got Paul McCartney, All the Best, sold to R.M. Lazelle, $60. R.M. Lazelle, I hope you enjoy this. I love sending Paul McCartney hits albums out to people. That is sold to R.M. Lazelle for $60. Vic is in on Warlock at $25. Let me make sure I didn't miss any claims out of there. Let's go ahead and put up the Cult. That was the next thing in the crate, actually, behind Warlock and the first thing that I have here in my hand. This is the Cult. Let me see what this is actually called. Love Removal Machine, Wolfchild's Blues, and Love Removal Machine extended version. So this is a 3-track maxi single, 1987 UK, near mint minus. I will start the Cult at $15. The Cult Love Removal Machine. $15 start on the Cult. Has a little bit of wear right here, near mint minus on the vinyl. Let's check out the Warlock. See if it has a tattoo in it. So, let's see here. Nothing left in the jacket after I've removed this. Gold stamp promo of hype sticker. And let's double check down in the inner sleeve, make sure somebody didn't put it down in there. I do not see a tattoo. No tattoo. Inner sleeve, very clean vinyl, as you can see. Near mint minus on that. All right, so Warlock 25-28, Cult 15, 2015-20. Fly By Night, we just sold it, $58. We just sold it. But as you see, that is auction crate number 1. During the break, I'm going to go through this other stuff. I'll have a whole nother auction crate as well. Here's some more. Kiss. Let's see, Concrete Blonde, Slash, Black Sabbath, Motley Crue, Queensryche, more Led Zeppelin, Stevie Ray Vaughan, and yeah, we're not going to get to auction all this Parliament, so some of that will be buy it now in just a second. The Velvet Underground, I think I've already shown that, and I've already shown that, and I have not shown this. This is $34.99. It is YOB, the Unreal Never Lived, $34.99. $34.99. There's that Fall of Troy album again. It don't want to go away. Diamond Hill, Butch Hancock, $34.99. Diamond Hill, Butch Hancock, 1980, $34.99. Katrina and the Waves, Break of Heart. Is it missing the T, or is that Break of Here? Break of Hearts, yeah. Katrina and the Waves, Break of Hearts, $14.99 on Katrina and the Waves. And Ringo's Rotogravure, $24.99. Buddy Holly, Portrait and Music, is sealed, $29.99. And The Clash, Sandinista, 1980 press, triple LP, $64.99. Black Sabbath, Technical Ecstasy, $44.99. Ozzy, $44.99. Original sleeve, really nice copy of Black Sabbath. Stray Cats, Gonna Ball. Stray Cats is $29.99, 1981 UK. We have White Light, White Heat, The Velvet Underground, a UK repress, vintage press, $39.99. White Light, White Heat. The Byrds, Turn, the second label, $24.99. That's a repress label, super clean vinyl though. To Everything, Turn. All right, let's get an update on our auctions. The last bid that came in on Warlock was Gary Samuels at $28. Gary Samuels has this for $28, going once, going twice. The Colt, we had 15, 20, 15, 21, 25. Michael Nath, I'll show the SRV in 1 second. Colt 25. Colin Butler wants YOB. Let me find that right here. That's sold to Colin Butler, YOB. Brent Hall, the Fall of Troy is $74.99. Red vinyl, Oxblood red vinyl. Colt 27. Sean Furman, first to Sabbath. Sean, first to Sabbath. Jeremiah Lewis, first to White Light, White Heat. That's sold to Jeremiah Lewis. Roger Ramjet, second. Vignet Techie is at 30 on Warlock, and so is Darren. Okay, the Birds. Then we have the Beatles, not for sale, $29.99. And the Beatles Christmas album, 1970 unofficial, $79.99. $79.99. It is an unofficial. So what's the OGs go for? What's the original? What does a true Beatles Christmas album sell for? I've never even been remotely close to one. John Young wants not for sale. The Beatles not for sale. That is $29.99. Sold to John Young. Warlocks at $32. High bid on the Colt is Gary Samuels at $27. The Colt Love removal machines at $27. Final call, and Warlocks at $32. That was an excellent crate. There was a lot in there. I had those pretty packed. Let's go through those one more time. There is some kind of obscurities in here. Warlock is at $32, and the Colt's at $27. Going once, going twice on both of those. Going once, going twice on both of those. Okay. Walt Cruz is at $30 on the Colt. We have Jim Colgroove's Panther City Blues, $14.99. Jimmy McGriff and Junior Parker, $19.99 for Jimmy McGriff and Junior Parker, $19.99. Charles Musselwhite, Memphis, Tennessee. That's from 1970. Charles Musselwhite, $39.99. Buddy Holly, Heartbeat. Buddy Holly is $19.99. Nectar is $24.99, 1976 U.S. Press. Penny Lane and Time, Kai Winding, $19.99, 1967 promo copy. Tilt soundtrack, $19.99, and Mavis Staples doing the soundtrack, A Piece of the Action, $19.99. Gary Samuels is at $31 on the Colt, so Gary's back in on this. Walt bid $30, and final call on Warlock. Darren's out. Gary Samuels is at $32 on Warlock. Final call on that. Absolute Beginner soundtrack in shrink wrap with hype sticker, $19.99. Original motion picture soundtrack to The Road Warrior. The Road Warrior, 1982. That is sealed. That is sealed, $64.99. The Birds Untitled, 1970 Terre Haute, $34.99. Peter Frampton, I'm In You, $19.99 for Peter Frampton. Arthur Brown's Kingdom Come, Journey, 1974, $34.99. Colin, just this one time, I'm going to discount a very nice Nectar record for you. Very nice. Sell that to Colin for $20. Looks like Walt's about to bid on the Colt. I'm about to sell Warlock. Willie Nelson Live, I Gotta Get Drunk, $24.99. Bee Gees Horizontal, $19.99. Boz Scaggs Middleman in shrink wrap of hype sticker, $19.99. The Hood, Cooler Than Thou, that is $9.99. Cliff Noble's Pony the Horse, $24.99. Glorious Hymn, Sister Rosetta Tharpe, very cool, $19.99. And the Bugs Henderson Group, Still Flying, $24.99, 1981. Warlock is sold to Gary Samuels for $32. Let's lay that right over there. Let me see what else I got in the auction bin over here. Oh my gosh. Well, we've done, let's see here. Let's see here. Let's do this. Susie and the Banshees, Tinderbox, $45 start. Susie and the Banshees, Tinderbox, original inner sleeve, near mint minus vinyl, really nice copy, 1986. Susie and the Banshees, $45 start. Tinderbox, very nice copy. The Colt is now at $34. Rare Beatles, $19.99. Phil Alvin, $19.99. White Light, White Heat, The Velvet Underground. That's on purple vinyl, $34.99. $34.99, that is a Russian press. The Velvet Underground Shiny Leather in the Dark, that is $74.99. The Fall of Troy Doppelganger is $74.99. Diamond Hill Butch Hancock, $34.99. Katrina and the Waves Break of Hearts, $14.99 for Katrina. Ringo's Rotogravure, $24.99. Buddy Holly is $29.99. That is sealed. The Clash Sandinista, $64.99. Stray Cats Gonna Ball, $29.99. The Byrds Turn, 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 $24.99. And then the Beatles Christmas album, $79.99. That's a 1970 unofficial. Walt's back in on the Colt at $35. Looking for a $45 start on Susie and the Banshees. Doug Jefferson is in. Anybody else? Gary's out on the Colt. Final call, $35 on that to Walt Cruz. Anybody else? Anybody else before I grab our next crate of vintage records? Next crate of vintage. I'm actually going to go ahead and condense some records in this bin. And I think we've officially sold 2 bins of vintage LPs tonight. Going to be shipped out next week. So Invoices went out yesterday. If you didn't get one, please let us know. We sent out more invoices than we ever have before. So please make sure you've got one. As soon as that's paid, you'll be in queue to ship. Your order will ship if you get a tracking number. If you have not got a tracking number, your order has not shipped. You don't even have to message us. I promise you, it's going to get shipped and you'll get a tracking number when it's going out. We shipped a bunch today. The carts are full right now. The carts are absolutely full. Walt Cruz is at $35 on the Colt. I'm about to sell it, and I'm about to sell Susie and the Banshees for $45 to Doug Jefferson. Let me make sure this crate. Okay. I don't have Great White's first album. No, those are usually auctioned off, and it's not in print, so no luck there. There's several Elvis LPs in here. If we get to an Elvis album, please comment the name of the album and don't put Elvis. You may get skipped over to increase the flow, because I think there's probably a dozen Elvis LPs in here from that Dallas collection. He had a ton. First record is Joyful Jukebox Music, the Jackson 5. The Jackson 5, $24.99. Moth the Hoople featuring Ian Hunter, the collection. Moth the Hoople collection, 1987, $29.99. Procol Harum Live, $19.99 for Procol Harum Live. What's Left of Phyllis Diller, $9.99. This says Bert Jantz. What's that say? Bert's Jantz. Rosemary Lane, $19.99. Typical Barroom Scene. The Jolly Brothers somethings, $34.99. The Jolly Brothers Band. Typical Barroom Scene, 1978, $34.99. Gary Myrick, Language in Shrink Wrap and Hop Sticker, $9.99. And the Fabulous Thunderbirds, But Rockin', $19.99. The Colt sold to Walt Cruz for $35. Susie and the Banshee sold for $45 to Doug Jefferson. Next auctions is going to be, I think there was a couple of things I mentioned that had some interest. Let me pull out these King Diamonds. I think they're represses and, of course, Midnight Oil. Midnight Oil. So, all right, let's do Abigail. That's a big King Diamond album. This is a 2013 German press, 2LP. I don't remember these normally on 2LP. King Diamond Abigail. This is a $35 start. It's a 2LP version, near mint, German. Is that what that says? Yeah, 2013 German, $35 start on King Diamond Abigail. That's auction number 1. And auction number 2 is going to be Midnight Oil, Diesel, and Dust. Original inner sleeve, near mint minus vinyl. $20 start, about a VG Plus cover, has a little bit of edge wear. Midnight Oil, though, is a $20 start. Dangerous Toys sold for, I think we said $197. I really don't remember, but yes, it is sold. The Quanames band, $9.99. Heavy Duty Crowbar. Heavy Duty Crowbar. I think that's maybe the name of the band. 1972 Canada, $24.99. Special DJ album, edited versions of selected tracks from Black Man's Burden by Eric Burden and War, $24.99. There is a Far Out Productions picture with it as well, $24.99. 2 Live Crew. I'm not going to read that title. Psh. Me So 1989. I had this one tagged to auction. It don't even have a price. I guess I'll have to auction off Me So in just a second. You want to come read it, Tanner? Okay. All right. Elvis Clam Bake, $14.99. Elvis Clam Bake, $14.99. Black RCA label. Elvis Clam Bake. Elvis Kissin' Cousins, $14.99 for Kissin' Cousins. Elvis Paradise Hawaii Style, $14.99. Elvis Harem Scarum, gold stamp promo on the back, $14.99. If you want any of these, please comment the actual name of the album. The JDC Mixer number 9. This is near mint minus. We have that tagged to auction as well. I think all these are. Hold on a second. Yeah, these JDC mixers. John has every one of these tagged for auction. I've got to pull all these out. It looks like we have 9 volumes of it. And 2 Live Crew. Let me just lay all these over here. We'll put those up for auction. I'll figure those out in just a second. King Diamond 47, Midnight Oil 22, King Diamond 50, Midnight Oil 24. Dan Rice is first to Clam Bake. Dan Rice first to Elvis Clam Bake. Tammy Hinkle on Harem Scarum. We have Roustabout is $14.99. No, I think Kevin was saying that was an Elvis Avalanche. The 5 Americans Progression, 1967. That is sealed. That is sealed, $49.99. King Diamonds at $55 and Midnight Oils at $24. High bid on Midnight Oils, $24, and high bid on King Diamond is $57. Eric Clapton, featured with John Mayall's Blues Breakers, Steppin' Out. This is a UK Decca pressing, $34.99. Tammy wants Roustabout. Sell that to Tammy Hinkle. Soft Sell, The Art of Falling Apart. Soft Sell, $24.99. Big Science, Laurie Anderson, $19.99 for Big Science. Squeeze, The Singles, $24.99. The Early Duke Ellington, $9.99. The Applicators, What's Your Excuse, from 2001, $19.99. And Social Unrest, $44.99. 1986 Social Unrest, $44.99. Michael Hands at $28 on Midnight Oil. Vic's at $62 on King Diamond. Josh is out on Midnight Oil. Tom Dearlove first on Squeeze. Vic Nateki on the Applicators. Just while we have everybody on, let me give you a schedule for the rest of the week. Wednesday and Thursday, we'll be having new arrivals again tonight, like tonight, vintage arrivals. We'll have lots of new vinyl. And then Friday or Saturday, I'm thinking Friday, I plan on doing another exclusive punk and metal show. We still have 75% of the Austin collection, all that punk and metal we went down there and got. We plan on having a whole nother show of all that either Friday or Saturday with metal, including new vinyl that I've restocked, OG stuff we're going to auction, and then, of course, crate after crate of stuff to flip through. Tonight, we're about to take a break sooner than later so we can price more records, I can eat, and we can come back and have part 2. But we still have a lot of new vinyl to unbox, and we plan on doing that. So that's what we're doing. But we still have to finish these crates and wrap up a couple more auctions. King Diamond 65, King Diamond 65, King Diamond 67, and Midnight Oil is at 28. Of course, tonight, we have a lot of metal tonight. So here's what you got to do. Just don't ever miss a live sale and you won't miss anything. That's the best thing. Clay Moore, we have already sold Elvis Roustabout. That is already sold. I Love a Mystery, The Temple of Vampires, $24.99. I Love a Mystery, The Temple of Vampires. This is Roy Orbison, The Sun Years. Roy Orbison, The Sun Years, $24.99. Elvis Gold Records Volume 4, $14.99, Gold Stamp Promo, and Elvis Gold Records Volume 3, that's in shrink wrap, $14.99. Elvis Something for Everybody, $14.99 on that, and Elvis For Everyone, $14.99. All right, final call on Midnight Oil is, we had, I think, 28. Let me find that. Yeah, Michael Bohannon has Diesel and Dust for $28, going once, going twice. King Diamond is at 70, 71, 73. I missed an Elvis claim. I may have. Let me make sure. Elvis Scare 'em. Did I already pull that? Oh, I may. Hold on a sec. Yeah, I missed some comments here. Dangerous Toys. Michael Knapp says, I'm in Florida on Eastern Time. What SRV is in your crate? It is, it's one of his studio albums. I can't recall the name right now. Give me 1 second. Wayne Titsworth commented EB. I think that's something that's still in here. EB. Is that something that's still in here? Wayne commented EB, but I don't see anything in here that's EB. Chuck Taylor put MO. That's for Midnight Oil. And then let me get back down to the bottom. An Elvis movie one that's still available, the Paradise one. Okay, so Tammy Hinkle gets Elvis Volume 3. Elizabeth wants Elvis for Everyone. Elvis for Everyone, that's sold to Elizabeth Lennox. And Elizabeth wants the Elvis one, the Paradise Hawaii. This one right here. Yes. Yeah, we put out a lot of his movie soundtracks. And Clay wants Elvis for Everyone. These are really getting me confused now. Elvis for Everyone. That is already claimed. Elizabeth was first to that one. Okay. King Diamond is still getting bids. Kevin Kubina is at $77. And we're on the final call on Diesel and Dust. Final call on Diesel and Dust. Sun City, Artist Records Against the Apartheid. $24.99. Sun City. The Best of the Animals, $19.99. The Best of the Animals. Good stuff. I've listened to that a bunch. Lena Lovitch, Stateless, $19.99 for Lena Lovitch. And Mink DeVille, Return to Magenta, $19.99. That's on shrink wrap. Wayne wants to see the Eric Burdon again. It is a special DJ album, edited versions of the selected tracks from the Black Man's Burden by Eric Burdon in the War. It's got a lot of tracks on it. Painted Black, Gun, Pretty Colors, Bareback Ride, Beautiful Newborn Child. It looks like pretty much the full album. Spirit, Nights in White Satin, Home Cooking, They Can't Take Away. And that is $24.99. King Diamond's at $80. John Porter on Animals. Best of the Animals. And Midnight Oil, let's go ahead and sell that to Michael Bohannon for $28. High bid on King Diamond right now is Vignateki for $80. Star Trek V, The Final Frontier. I've never had that one. $29.99. The Final Frontier. Burning Blue Soul, Matt Johnson. From 1984 UK, $24.99. Matt Johnson, Burning Blue Soul. The Average White Band, Show Your Hand. I've never seen that Average White Band album. $26.99. 82 on 82 on King Diamond. 82 again on King Diamond. David C. first on Star Trek. Walt Cruz wants Mink DeVille. 85 on King Diamond. Now let's go ahead and auction off that 2 Live Crew. $15 start on that. Let me figure out where I laid it. 2 Live Crew. Where are you, 2 Live Crew? Let me lay that right up here. 2 Live Crew. From their latest double LP, As Nasty as They Want to Be. This is a 12-inch single. Very nice, actually. Get the Blank Out of My House is the B-side. Near Mint Minus, $19.89 USA. High bid on that. 20, now 25. That is now up for bid. King Diamond, $85.90. The Black Man's Burden is $24.99. Black Man's Burden is $24.99. 2 Live Crew, 2025. King Diamond's $95. The Roy Orbison was $24.99. Baby, 1974 sealed with hop sticker, $29.99. It's a promo copy of Baby, $29.99. Janis Joplin's Greatest Hits, OG of that, $34.99. The Ozark Mountain Daredevils, It'll Shine When It Shines, $19.99. And the actual voices and events of 4 Days That Shocked the World, November 22nd through November 25, 1963, the complete story. Now, I've never seen that one. $19.99. John should have set this aside for me. $19.99. Let's see here. 2 Live Crew, 30, 35, 32, 33. Joe Zanelli wants the Matt Johnson. Joe Zanelli wants the Matt Johnson. That's sold to Joe Zelli. Michael Nath wants the Eric Burdon Black Man's. That is sold to Black Man's Burden. That's sold to Michael Nath. That's only if Wayne Titsworth passes. Next was Kevin Kubina's at 100 on King Diamond. Scott Smith wants the Sealed Baby. Terrell Boatnight on the Janis Joplin. 2 Live Crews at 36. King Diamond's at 110, 112. 2 Live Crews at 35. Okay, nobody wants this, so it's sold to Chad. Let me go ahead and set that out. I hadn't bought a record for myself in like a week. Ozark Mountain Daredevils. It'll sign when it shines. 1999. The hit song on this one is Jackie Blue. Jackie Blue. Update on our auctions. The 2 Live Crew single is at 38 with John Duran. John Duran has that for 38, and Vic Nateki. Now Kevin Kubina has King Diamond, the 2 LP version of 120. Nice pickup, Chad. Thank you. Sometimes I buy my own records. Very rarely at this point. If y'all realized how much I'd want to keep, we couldn't have record sales at night. I'd be a hoarder. I'm not here to hoard records. I'm here to sell them as fast as possible, because at the rate we buy them, it's incredible. You can't even walk in our back room again. There is thousands and thousands of LPs back there. You literally have to crab walk just to get to the back. Stacks and stacks of boxes and crates, and it's all stuff we just bought. I have no idea what's back there. You can find out every night, though, right here for about 5 hours straight. 2 Live Crew 40, King Diamond 125, 2 Live Crew 39, King Diamond 133. They are in war over King Diamond. Let me go through this crate one more time. Man, almost swapped that one out as well. Average White Band. Sean, Average White Band. Average White Band, Show Your Hand is $26.99. Average White Band, Show Your Hand, $26.99. Black Rainbow Sky Label. Next sidewalk sale, the next weekend that we know for sure it's going to be nice weather. If it was as nice as it was today this weekend, we'd be having a sidewalk sale. $1 records. We're going to have a sale in store on new and vintage. The next time we have a sidewalk sale, those that live out of state might want to travel down here. We're going to do on sale everything in the store, and out on the sidewalk, we've got $1 records, and we will sell hopefully thousands of them. So you might want to plan accordingly. I'll let y'all know when that is. Average White Band is $26.99. King Diamond 140, 142, 145, 146, and 2 Live Crew. Gary Samuel, Jason Dobb has it for 40. Jason Dobb has that for 40. All right, one more time. We've got Jukebox, Joyful Jukebox Music, the Jackson 5, $24.99. Moth the Hoople featuring Ian Hunter. That is $29.99 from 1987. Procol Harum Live, $19.99. What's Left of Phyllis Diller, $9.99. Bert Jansich is $19.99. The Typical Ballroom Scene, the Jolly Brothers Band, $34.99. Gary Myrick, Language, Shrink Wrap and Hop Sticker, $9.99. King Diamonds at $150. 2 Live Crews now at $42. King Diamonds at $151. Allison Campbell wants the Jackson 5. John Porter on Procol Harum. As soon as we're done with this crate, I will show y'all what is coming up for part 2, okay? We're going to probably take a break as soon as this crate's over. I'll show you what's coming up for part 2. We probably won't start any more auctions, and then we'll come back at 10 o'clock. I can't believe it's already 9:30. The Fabulous Thunderbirds, $19.99 for Butt Rockin'. The Quan Ames Band, $9.99. Heavy Duty Crowbar, $24.99, 1972 Canada. Elvis, Kissin' Cousins. So here's what's left of the Elvis. Kissin' Cousins, $14.99. The 5 Americans Progression, that is a sealed copy from 1967. $49.99. John Duran's at $42 on 2 Live Crew. Jason says he's out, and Kevin's out on King Diamond. Kevin Kubina, Vic Nateki has it at $151. Kevin's out. So Vic Nateki has the 2 LP Abigail for $159. Does this one have the 7th? Yeah, the 7th day of July, 1777. I love that one. The 7th day of July, 1777. Vic Nateki is at $151. When his voice comes in, the King Diamond's voice. Jason Dobb is out on 2 Live Crew. John Duran has that for $42. Final call on both of those. Stepping Out, Eric Clapton feature with John Mayall's Blues Breakers. Look at that. Very nice. $34.99. Clapton. $34.99. Soft Sale, can't believe no one got that. The Age of Falling Apart, $24.99. Big Science, Laurie Anderson, $19.99. The Early, Duke Ellington, $9.99 for Duke Ellington. Hello. Social Unrest, Before the Fall from 1986, $44.99. I Love a Mystery. This is probably a spoken word radio adventure. The Temple of Vampires, $24.99. Roy Orbison, The Sun Years 2LP Gatefold, $24.99. Elizabeth wants the Duke Ellington. That's sold to Elizabeth. We have Elvis Gold Records Volume 4. That is Volume 4, Gold Stamp Promo, $14.99. Something for Everybody. That is $14.99. Something for Everybody. Sun City is $24.99. Carol Puckett wants the Roy Orbison Sun Years. That's sold to Carol Puckett. Lena Lovett Stateless is $19.99. And Ozark Mountain Daredevils, It'll Shine When It Shines, $19.99. And like I said, hit song on that one, Jackie Blue. Tim Holloway on Elvis. Tim, let me know if you want Something for Everybody, Elvis Gold Records, Kissin' Cousins. That's the only 3 left in there, Tim, or you can have all 3. King Diamond is sold to Vic Natecki for $151, and 2 Live Crew is sold to John Duran for $42. And then Kevin Willis says $25 on Eric Clapton. I will sell that to you, Kevin, right now for $30, and I really don't want to, right? I really don't want to. Ozark Mountain Daredevils is $19.99, Chip Hall. Jackie Blue, what a great song. Tim, let me know which Elvis you want. Let me show y'all some of the stuff that's coming up for part 2, because I want you to come back. I never, ever end this early. So let me show you some of the stuff I have set aside for part 2. This is stuff I had set aside to auction, most likely. If not, I'll do some of it straight priced. But here we go. None of them's for sale right now, but we'll auction them as soon as part 2. Queensryche, Accept, Kingdom Come, Bow Wow Wow, I Want Candy, Rush, 200 gram of moving pictures, Paul Stanley solo album, Vixen, Animalize, Rock and Roll Over, Ace Frehley, Frehley's Comic, Crazy Nights, Destroyer, UB40, Live in Moscow, Beatles, Abbey Road picture disc, Beatles, Sgt. Pepper's picture disc, OG Permanent Vacation, Pink Floyd, The Wall, For Those About the Rock, Blow Up Your Video, Highway to Hell, Ghost soundtrack, never seen that before, Master disc, it looks like some kind of Duran Duran, like acetate or test pressing, Talking Heads, True Stories, XTC, Dark Shadows with the poster, Journey Escape, Near Mint copy, Journey Frontier, Shrink Wrap and Hype sticker, Pixies, Tears for Fears, OG, The Stooges, that's a repress, Radiohead, Dwight Yoakam, Guy Clark, Ode No. 1, Psychedelic Furs, Modern English, Lyle Lovett, Blue Oyster Cult, nice copy of Song Remains the Same, Rattle and Hum, Grace Under Pressure, U2, Discotheque. This is, I thought that was Ministry, but I don't know what that says. The Business, Black Flag, The Vandals, and Cocksparrow. Those will all be up for auction. Or if we don't get to them all, I'll straight price them. Those were all, there will be nothing left in here for part 2, okay? That crate will be empty. Sell this to Kevin Willis for $30. That was that. And Soft Sale does not have Tainted Love on it. No, it doesn't. Ryan Anderson wants the Social Unrest. That's sold to Ryan Anderson. Ryan Anderson, I got you down for the Social Unrest. Tim Holloway wanted the Elvis Gold Records. This is sold to Tim Holloway. And Tim, it was Kissin' Cousins and Something for Everybody. That's the other 2. Yeah, what happened to the Stevie Ray Vaughan? Oh, there's another crate. Hold on a second. There's another crate. I'll go ahead and give y'all, yeah. Sorry, Michael Nath. And there's another crate below this one. I'll go ahead and show this one, but I won't show the other one because y'all may be getting a little crazy. Let's see here. Little Milton, UB40, Triumph, Van Halen, couple Sesame Street records, Hendrix, Dire Straits, Kiss Self-Titled, Blues Breakers, Love Gun, Unmasked, Lick It Up, Peter Criss, Double Platinum, Gene Simmons, Concrete Blonde, Black Sabbath, Ultravox, Motley Crue, Queensryche, Zeppelin. What is the name of this album? Soul to Soul. Soul to Soul. Fleetwood Mac, Psychedelic Furs, Dire Straits, UK Subs, Parliament, Thriller, and most of those won't be auctions. Those will be in a crate, first come, first serve. So a lot of those, though, will probably be auctioning. All right, let's see what we have here. We'll be back. Is Naughty for Nature? Yes, we still have Naughty for Nature. So that's what we got to do. I've got to price some more new vinyl. I got to order some food as well before it gets too late. Price new vinyl, pull pre-orders, and we'll have all that for auction. I've got 3 more crates of vintage to go through, including those, and we'll have probably a lot of new vinyl. A loaded part 2. We'll be back at 10 o'clock Central Time. 10 o'clock Central Time. 10 o'clock Central Time, right here, okay? Don't forget about us. I'll be sharing the links. Set a timer. Say, hey Siri, remind me at 10 o'clock to watch Collect Co. See? Right there. Watch Collect Bell tomorrow at 10 o'clock. You might want to say tonight. All right. We'll be back in 30 minutes.